Give it up performance 25 everyone. Now, I'm gonna say, a really long word, new monolitho microscopic silicobalco non coneosis.
Comrades, today is August 17, 2026, and the current time is 1917. The Institute will be finally opening a salad bar in the two primary eateries located throughout the Institute. This should hopefully encourage more comrades to get the daily consumption of vegetables. That concludes today's announcements.
この番組はご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りします。
Whoa, wait, we're... Hold up. Why am I not... What happened? Oh, shoot, it's because I zoomed out. I was apparently zoomed out really far for some unholy reason. That was super weird. Give me 1 second. I need to check something real quick. Okay, I should be fine. Hey, comrades, good evening. Whoa, look at that. Rimworld, the thing that we play every Monday, unless I'm sick and or dying or something. Okay, so whenever I boot up, what is this thing? VTube Studio? Sometimes it like shrinks me down really far, and if I'm using my mouse wheel to scroll really far down, I'm like, where do I go? It's because I shrunk down so much, so I have to like, zoom back in. So that's kind of like the main problem. So whoopsies. Hey, everyone. Good evening, comrades. Wow, Monday. How are all of you doing? Thanks, The Opposer and Goldenrod for the resubs. I appreciate it very much. Especially, oh my gosh, The Opposer's at 32 months, which is crazy, and Goldenrod's at 25. Much appreciated. Why do I not have a toggle for resetting the thing? I'm lazy. I'm kind of lazy, so I'm like, oh yeah, I just have to kind of zoom it back. I do it manually every single time because I am like, it's a thing I should probably do, and then I just don't. So yeah, fun times. Truly, I truly am one of the most professional VTubers of our generation. Please clap. I actually did eat a salad today, which is the reason why I had that announcement, because unironically I was like, all right, let me explain in a bit once I get some water in my system. Basically, I have been... Well, hold on, before I do that. Also, hello, Zposer and Garm and Alana and Umi and Xanth and Goldenrod and Raging and Havel and Ziryu and Garm. That's everyone who's here right now. Okay. Oh, I completely forgot about the lettuce virus. Oh my god, I actually forgot that's a thing. Well, I hope I'm not gonna die, I guess. Or bacteria, whatever it is. Is it a parasite? Oh shoot, I actually forgot that was happening. So, alright, let me give some context real quick. Okay, so essentially for the last couple days I've been my diet has been a little wacky. So like for example, all I ate yesterday was basically chicken and rice. All I ate for lunch today was chicken and rice. I went to a CC's pizza buffet on Saturday. So it was basically I didn't eat anything super healthy for the past couple days, and I was like, you know what, I really feel like eating. I had like a strong craving for salad, which is very rare for me because I'm not really much of a salad person in general. And so for dinner, I was like, I really want like a salad. So I forced myself to go, oh, get a salad, and so that's what I ate today, which is it was fine. It was a nice simple chicken Caesar. Oh, I got turned on the bot. Hello, Markson. How are you doing? Also, hello, Akavi. So I basically, yeah, my dinner was essentially like, here's some salad related thing. Oh my god, we have a new recruit. We're gonna send this guy off to a faraway land because he's not a rat. So we're just gonna send him off to a farm upstate. Just form a caravan with this man real quick, and should be fine. Where is his name? Borken. That should be fine. Change route over here. Send. Okay. So I don't even want to think about. Okay, if you're pregnant and you have a parasite, pregsite is probably a word that I've never wanted to think about. There are some people who unironically do consider things like, you know, being pregnant, like technically it's like, some people unironically go like, oh, if you're pregnant, you technically have a parasite in your body because it's just eating off of your sustenance or whatever. I'm just like, all right, let's chill out a little bit. That might be a little extreme. I guess for what do you mean? Okay, hi Markson, hi Markson. So yeah, I basically had to eat a salad, and I completely did not think about the what's it called? I completely did not think about the lettuce situation right now. I was just like, I really needed vegetables, and the easiest way to get that many vegetables in my body right away was just getting a salad. So I got like a Caesar salad with a bunch of extra stuff on top of it, and it was nice. It was nice and healthy and all that jazz. The fetus has not been fed. Oh, okay. I guess sure. All right. I guess it is a parasite in the strictest definition, but I don't know. It feels really weird calling a baby in the making a parasite. Oh shoot! I forgot the game was paused this whole time. I should probably unpause it. But I guess technically, sure. Also, I think Ray passed out. I don't think she hasn't read my text messages in like a couple hours. I think she's just completely knocked out right now from being sick and other things. So fun times for her. Anyways, how have all you've been doing this fine weekend? Hopefully you've all been able to relax and enjoy your fun times in these wacky tacky times we live in. I basically had a salad. Okay, if you want to know, like, chicken and rice is a solid meal, but it was not healthy necessarily what I was eating. Like, you have to understand, like, what I basically ate. I bought a big container of Mexican rice from a local grocery store. It was fresh rice that they make every day, and then I bought a bunch of chicken. I fried up some chicken wings, and it was delicious. But if I eat it only 2 days, and like all you're eating is carbs and protein, and you're not getting anything else. I'm at the point where I'm having to supplement my eating with a multivitamin to help, you know, mitigate some of the fact that I'm not eating as much. That is a marble one, and there is a gold one, which is a lot more important. We should probably dig that out. So that's kind of why I'm like, oh yeah, I should probably eat something that's not that bad. Oh, what's 75 times 3? I want to make this 75 times 3 is 2. Oh wait, 75 times 6, 450. So I should make this 450. Okay, there we go. And that is granite, so I mean granite's nice too. Also, I have a canker sore in my mouth, so if I ever sound like I'm dying, it's because I cannot get rid of this stupid thing. It has been bothering me for like the past couple days, and I don't know how to get rid of it. Oh, by the way, our outpost here now has 10 different pawns, so if we ever need replacement pawns, there's a lot of them ready to go in our outpost, which is kind of fun. I just don't want to have to deal with this many pawns. We're also sending off this small caravan over here to deal with this bandit camp. I think we were trying to do this for a Persona core, which is going to be really nice to have. Have I tried playing catch? I actually don't get that sick that often. It's more like when I do get sick, it's just like extra bad. Ray's kind of the same way. I actually do get sick a little more than Ray does. When Ray gets sick, it's really, really rough because she seldom gets sick. Also, how are you doing, Hashi? So that's kind of why. What's Kaumungai? I'm gonna Google this up. Kaumungai. What's this thing? Hainese chicken rice. I love this stuff, but this is not what I was eating. I was essentially eating like a very ghetto version of it. Like I said, it was literally just like air fried chicken wings and like Mexican rice, and I did not have any vegetables with it, and that was not healthy. I haven't even had soup in a couple days. I'm like, I need to eat something a little better. So I was like, all right, let me get a salad. It may not be the most crazy thing, but at the very least, it's leaves and greens and a few and like some other small vegetables in there. Like I threw some corn, and obviously there's chicken in it, so it was like a Caesar salad, and I throw in corn and like bacon bits. So That's why I'm like, I'm not even joking. Like, I normally don't eat salads that often, but like every couple days for the past like 2 weeks, I've just been like, I need a salad. I need a salad. Good Lord, I need a salad. And so I've been eating surprisingly a decent amount of vegetables, and I'm not trying to avoid my need to consume vegetables. I actually am trying to eat my veggies, to the surprise of many, I'm sure, but vegetables are expensive, and also, holy moly, there's that whole thing going on too with the lettuce, which, if you're not aware of that, God bless your soul, because if you are aware of that, oh Lord, it sucks. I think that Garm said that's what he was dealing with the other day, bacon these bits. I will bacon these bits indeed. So that's essentially what my day's been. And then over the weekend, I also had to do some errands. Like I went to go get my international driver's permit. I am now allowed to drive in multiple countries that are pursuant to this treaty that was ratified in Geneva way back in the day. So I'm now allowed to drive in Japan, and I'm allowed to go rent a car now, which I am absolutely going to do. Me and Ray were kind of figuring out like where we're going to be driving around in Japan, and we kind of figured it out, and it's going to be wonderful times. You return from eating your pizza? What kind of pizza? Something with egg. Okay, so let me talk about this real quick too. It's like unrelated. I didn't take any photo of this. Do any of you know what a CC's pizza is? Probably not. I went to a CC's Pizza very recently. It's a chain that's kind of nationwide. The thing is about this chain is that it's actually a pizza buffet, right? It's not exactly a healthy thing to eat, but it was something that I was like, I used to go when I was a kid to a CC's Pizzeria. And there were a lot in my area. And then we're down to one in my state, which is a little depressing. And as I was getting my international driver permit thing sorted out, it happens to be literally like 2 minutes away from the only CC's Pizzeria in my state. If you don't know what it is, it's basically, imagine a shitty buffet, right? But their specialty is pizzas and soups and salads, and that's it. They don't serve anything else for the buffet. And it was like nostalgic for me because I haven't gone since I was a kid, and their pizzas are like really thin. Like I'm saying, like their crust is like, it's still made like a traditional pizza, but the bottom crust is like ridiculous. Like it's like very thin, like almost like hard stock. It's really weird. But they would do things like mac and cheese pizza. They would do things like the white sauce pizza with chicken. They would do barbecue chicken pizza, ultimate pizza, whatever you wanted. And it was weirdly nostalgic going to this place for the first time. The only unfortunate thing is that it was twice as expensive as since I last went, because I think the last time I went to one of these things is when I was maybe 20, and now I'm 31, and they're like, yeah, so it's like $15 for drink, or for buffet plus drink, and I was like, oh god, I will go here once and I will never come here again. The only thing that made it slightly good was the fact that they had unlimited all-you-can-eat chicken noodle soup that they make using leftover vegetables from the salad bar, which I was like, that's actually a smart idea. Like, if you have leftover vegetables, why not, from your salad bar, why not actually just reuse it in your chicken noodle soup? I'm like, this is such a genius move. I'm like, why haven't we done this before? God, Geneva suggestions, exactly. I mean, to be fair, I think some people, like, to drive in Japan, you do kind of need, like, one of these things, which is not that big of a deal. It was pepperoni, but for some reason, it tastes like cheese, it tastes like egg. Maybe the egg wasn't good anymore, is the only thing I could maybe think of. I don't know. Oh, shoot, we gotta get rid of these waste packs. I completely forgot about these. Let's start loading those up. I heard the styles, St. Louis style, were super thin. Maybe. It might be like that, yeah. But it was surprisingly nice just kind of eating it again, because I hadn't eaten it in, like I said, an eternity. Oh no, I've unironically been sending these to the tribal neighbors, because I don't want to deal with these things. The only problem is that a lot of our gunners are kind of out and about right now, so we do need to figure out which one of these fine individuals who are not currently using guns, what kind of gun they're using. Like Hayashi here should probably be assigned a shotgun kit, which surprisingly enough, I actually don't have a shotgun kit, but I've been making a lot of Saigas, so let's quickly set that up real quick. So we're gonna give Hayashi a shotgun setup. We're just gonna make a new loadout. We're gonna swap this for shotgunner. I do not know what the countdown on waste pack retaliation is. I got 12k. And then just carry, probably want to carry, what's 8 times 24, 32, 32, 48. Wait, it's in groups of 8, so 40, 48 rounds, and then maybe 48, and maybe half of that EMP, so 24 EMP. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so then we're gonna give that to, let's give it to Hayashi. And I think we'll also just kind of fix up Ranu's kit, because Ranu's kit's been kind of a mess, so let's give Ranu a proper setup now. And we should be fine. We actually do have a few more recruits that we haven't sorted out yet, so Unholy is a baby with a baby space helmet for some reason. I'm not going to question it at this point. And then we have the new recruit, Beliana Edelweiss, which I do need to figure out what to do with this child. But thankfully, at least they can handle animal handling, which is good, so I don't have to worry about that for the time being. So, anyways, that was my weekend. Was surprisingly not that exciting. Ray keeps asking when am I gonna go see her, but we're also planning out our Japan trip, and let's just say there's a... I have finally booked every single accommodation but one. I just need one more accommodation for one specific night, and I told Ray, what if we just play it by ear and just book it same day, because we don't know where we'll be at yet, and it might be a little more fun. And she's like, that sounds like a terrible idea, but I'm like, but it'll be fun. So I don't know, we'll see how this pans out. Hopefully the rest of you had a good weekend and were able to relax a little bit. I did actually make a little bit of progress on the... Oh my god, I'm sniffling for some unholy reason. On the Nekograd Star Sector mod, so hopefully I can get a little bit more progress on that done when I'm just not feeling lazy. It's just the problem is a lot of times I feel super lazy. So hopefully, you know, we'll see more of it in the future at some point. Just needs more time in the oven, I think, before I can be like, yeah, all right, this is now playable type of deal. Okay, they've almost arrived. So I put 6 people here plus Alana to go deal with this thing. Alana doesn't count as a soldier, so she's just kind of here as a, if someone is dying and we need to patch them up, then we'll patch them up here. Oh my god, this canker sword is driving me nuts. Alright, let's go deal with this. Okay, yeah, there's a lot of, I think this is all tribesmen. Oh, never mind, they're like proper Ratkin with proper Ratkin guns. Alright, let's go deal with this. We do have slightly more upgraded firearms, so it's not that big of a deal. Why does Ranu move slow? Ah, right, I forgot Ranu can't fight. We do need to fix Ranu's brain injury at some point. That thing's been there since forever. Okay, let's quickly load this up with toxic waste packs. Just don't want to deal with those. Alright, let's go deal with this. Yeah, I forgot Ranu's brain damaged, which is really unfortunate. Alright. Does Ziryu not have any bullets? Okay, I don't know why, but Ziryu was not carrying any rounds this whole time, because you're carrying a bio-coded weapon that is bio-coded to you. Which is odd. Well, it's kind of hard to fix brain injuries that easily, I think is the problem. Alright, we'll just move Sonia here. And then these... Ziryu has no bullets. Actually, wait, hold on. I think these two use the same rounds, so let's maybe drop and then pick up like half of these. You reload, and then we have you... pick up the rest of these. Alright, we're just gonna try to gun them down. They are approaching us now, which is a little annoying, but we should be fine. I think we'll pull back a little bit. I think it's a little easier for fighting in like very enclosed spaces, so they can't really punch through to us. We'll just kind of funnel them through this death corridor, and then they'll all explode into a million tiny pieces. You over here. No, you over here. You over here, you over here. Hello, Greywind, how are you doing? Alright, gun them down. They approach and then they'll just explode. Look at that. We've created a nice kill funnel for them. Oh yeah, how's Zomboid doing? We're actually playing Zomboid this week. Oh yeah, if you haven't seen the schedule yet, there is Zomboid on the schedule because I have been wanting to play Build 42 for quite some time, and I think it's about time that I finally get around to doing it. So that'll be that's on the docket for this week, and it'll be really cool and exciting. We're also gonna finish up Iron Nest. I'm pretty sure one more stream is more than enough to finish up Iron Nest. And then we'll finish up the Fire Emblem run and be finally done with this PME, because this PME has gone on for far too long, and I kind of don't want to do another PME for quite a while. So, as an FYI, if we don't do another PME in the near future, it's because I'm done. Okay, there's supposed to be there's a ceramics tactical helmet. Wait, that sounds kind of sick, actually. Do all these guys have helmets? They do. We'll take that with us. Don't know what I'm gonna do with this, but that sounds kind of cool. It'll be solo. I want to do at least one run solo just to kind of experience what's in Zomboid first, and then we'll consider doing a multiplayer stream. We do have a spare. Did we get our reward already? Oh, I think they probably sent. Oh yeah, here we go. Okay, they gave us the Persona Core. Fantastic. All right, in that case, let's go reform and get out of here. Reform the caravan. We could take all these people. Is it worth having more prisoners? I mean, I guess it's not the worst thing. I'm just trying to think if I really want to take these prisoners with me. The problem is that if I take prisoners, I have to feed them. And feeding people sucks. Especially because this journey is how long? A 2.8-day journey. We barely have enough food. I think we just leave them to die. Yeah, I think we just leave them to die. Alright, let's go about our merry way. All right, what was I talking about? Yeah, so we'll do Zomboid. It'll be solo. We have a spare Minecraft server that no one's been playing on for quite some time, so I'll probably repurpose that into Zomboid, and I'll just make a backup of the Minecraft world in case anyone wants to play. But Zomboid will be multiplayer probably next week or the week after. I haven't decided yet. With the conclusion of the Fire Emblem PME and Iron Nest probably this week, we have a lot more opportunities to play other things, so that'll be really nice instead of just playing those same games over and over again. There's a couple things on the docket that I've been meaning to give a shot again, like maybe playing a bit of Hoi 4 again. We haven't played Hearts of Iron 4 in quite some time, and I've been kind of wanting to revisit my funny little favorite World War II map painter, as chaotic and stupid as it is, and also maybe a bit of Star Sector as well, because maybe not to show off the Nekograd mod is not in a show-offable state right now, but I've been trying to learn how to, you know, code up quests. Unironically, my way of learning how to code Star Sector anything is I just look at other people's mods. I've literally just been like picking apart the UAF mod, and I'm like, I don't know if that's what you're supposed to do, but it's kind of what I've been doing, because I like how UAF does a lot of things. So I'm like, well, I could probably just like reverse engineer this in a way. Not exactly everything, but at the very least it gives me a way to get some ideas of how things work and whatnot. So I'm like, okay, I guess it's fine. I don't have enough RAM, the amount of mods you have. Yeah, if you're trying to host, you generally need a lot of RAM, like maybe like I'd say 16 or so before things can work correctly. So it is, I do understand you might have a bit of an issue. Let me drink my water. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this pans out. Holy moly, my nose is driving me crazy. So anyways, yeah, how have you been though, Graven? Hopefully your Zomboid run. There's a Zomboid thing that I was really interested in trying out though. I think there's a start where you start in one of the big new towers in Louisville, and you have to fight your way down. And I'm like, I want to try that. That sounds crazy fun. I have not actually booted up Zomboid this entire time. I've been like waiting until I start, so that way I can at least try it out. You know, from the get-go, essentially. So I'm like, I'm just kind of waiting. So it'll be really cool when we eventually get a chance to give it a shot, but again, give it some time, and then we can get through all the fun stuff, right? Doing multiplayer, got it. Okay. Oh my goodness. So that's the plan, at the very least. We got plans. You know, those people spawn there with Satisfactory mod. Oh, spawn selector. Is that how that works? I thought it was like a built-in new start. Maybe I was wrong. I mean, if it is a spawn selector, I will gladly start there. I think it seems really cool to just kind of do like an escape from the tower type deal. There is a new start. Is that the new start? I thought normally you can't start in you can't. Oh, it's a challenge. Got it. Okay, it's a challenge start. Okay, I mean that's reasonable enough. Wi-Fi. This stupid thing takes forever to recharge, by the way. I love Hawaii 5.0, but boy, he's been just kind of charging for a while. I don't know if this is functioning correctly. I know it is. He just takes forever to charge. We are actually running into a huge problem, by the way. We do not have enough power to fuel anything in this colony, and we're starting to struggle with our power problem. So we have two choices. Since we have a Persona AI core, we can either... Wait. Was it Persona cores that you can flip into TFGs, or am I imagining things? Or was it something else? Oh my god, I forgot. How does fusion power work? Ilana fusion power. Let me just type that in exactly into Google. I cannot remember. I think it's... I thought it was Persona cores you can break into TFGs. TFG module can only be produced by advanced glitter worlds, occasionally obtained from exotic goods traders, factions offering important quests, or passing mobile refinery or fuel tanker trade ships. Okay, so we can't really acquire it right now. In that case, we'll find some other way to deal with that soon. If there was a trade ship nearby that we could maybe buy from, that'd be great, but it doesn't seem like that's going to be feasible right now. Also, the other problem that we're running into, we actually don't have enough guest beds. We surprisingly have a lot of people coming to visit us, and there is not enough beds for them, so we need to surprisingly extend the hospital by a decent amount, and so we're gonna do that. Or not the hospital, the hotel. The hotel is apparently not nearly large enough for all of our guests, so I thought I had the copy paste mod, but I think I uninstalled it, so I needed, or blueprints, so we can't do that anymore. So I basically have to just rebuild this thing exactly. Now this is a simple I'm gonna say 4x4. Make sure it's all, make sure the terrain is all good. Yeah, I'm trying to get rid of all the mud. So this area is mudless, which is good. Okay, so that's fine. Yeah. Well, unfortunately, the technology to get rid of your brain injury is surprisingly expensive. Is kind of the main problem. Like, we need to go to Glitter World Medicine to make more Glitter World, or... Well, actually, hold on. I forgot. Technically, I forgot we do have brain surgery. So I think what we could do, Ranu, for at the very least, is we could probably make a... let's see here. What are our options? What are my options here for your brain injury? We can make a brain stem, which is probably the easiest thing that we can manufacture. Otherwise, the only other choice... Oh my god, I forgot this man was missing so many parts. Otherwise, I think our only other choice for you would be to... Let's see, where it is. Well, we'll have to wait until you get back to town. I forgot Airman Joker's like missing so many things. He needs a... He needs his tail back, so let's install a tail. We need an arm for his... Oh, he needs a new leg. We don't have a spare leg. We gotta make another leg. Okay, so we gotta wait until we can manufacture another one by getting more plasteel. Oh my goodness, everything in this colony needs so many things. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. Sorry, Ranu. I know it's unfortunate that you got, like, kind of the short end of the stick, but don't worry, we'll find a way to get you back up and running as soon as we can. Oh my god, my nose is killing me. Yeah, this thing does not produce that much. It's like, it makes 20 per 100 chem fuel, which is a very small amount. Like, the only reason this is even half bearable is that we make a lot of chem fuel by refining poop. So, I mean, it works. Oh, you know what? I think the reason... Oh, wait, no, I can make it. Wait, so I need a TFG module, but I can't make a TFG module because you have to break a Persona core, don't you? How do you make a TFG module? Or you can't, right? I knew you can make the hull reactor plating for one of these things. I think, yeah, it's all from this one. Hull reactor plating requires plasteel. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get any, I don't think we're gonna get fusion power. Primarily because we just don't have the items required for this type of project, I think. Which is a little unfortunate. And where are all of our advanced components, actually? Advanced component. Oh my goodness, I did not... Wait. I'm sorry, what is this? Advanced compacted machinery? That's a thing? Alright, I mean, I'm not gonna question it, but that's really weird. I don't know why we have advanced compacted machinery. Now, by the way, you might also notice our turrets are a little more better now. I did actually kind of... Oh, no, it's not. It's from something called vanilla expanded machinery. I double-checked it. We are getting upgraded turrets now, so at least we have a little bit more protection, so we're not exploding. Congratulations on your uranium ore. You killed our muffalos and a neutralope. Not sure if this was intended, but you definitely committed a murder right there. Look at this muffalo child. I'm free. I'm free. He's like, oh my god, finally, fresh grass. None of this kibble garbage. I can finally eat as nature intended for me to consume. All right, well, we'll rebuild that. I can't believe he pulled that off. That is a component meteor, which I will gladly take as well. Thankfully, we can rebuild this relatively quickly. It's not that big of a deal. I do need to consider building another robot in the future. I was kind of wanting another shaft automatroid, but again, the things you need for this type of thing is kind of annoying to make, so maybe not right now. Freedom at the cost of being an orphan. Well, you know, maybe muffalos don't think that much. I keep forgetting to install the mod that lets me let me milk muffalos. It'd be nice if I could milk muffalos, because you used to be able to, and then they got rid of it because they're like, it's a little overpowered if you can milk the muffalos. Like, no, let me milk them. Let me milk my creatures for milk. But alas, they're like, no, you shouldn't. It's not good for you. Okay, we're also growing a lot of things. We do need more vegetables is kind of the other problem. We are growing potatoes, but even still, it's not ideal. We're growing a lot of coffee and berries. Maybe after the coffee's grown, we'll swap out of the coffee and we'll rotate it into something like, well, potatoes or corn. We have a lot of wheat, which is great. Aren't you accidentally milkable animal? No. There's a lot of other ones I'm pretty sure that you can milk. Milk the colonist. I mean, the only colonist that's milkable is currently out on an adventure because actually, wait, I don't even think they're lactating anymore because it's like the child is now old enough to not need not be breastfed. Also, this is a 3-year-old child who just consumes coffee and is now wired. That's probably not a good thing. So, I don't know, we should probably be careful about letting children consume coffee. Did anyone else's parents, when they were a kid, tell them, hey, you're not allowed to drink coffee or caffeine as a kid? Because I remember my parents would tell me that, and they're like, oh yeah, if you drink caffeine, you're gonna not grow tall, you're gonna be short or something. It stunts your growth. I remember hearing that all the time when I was a kid, and I have no idea if that's actually true or not, but it's like a core memory that's just been with me for forever, and I think about it every now and again. All right, let's expand this out. We gotta get this hotel upgraded because apparently we have enough guests where this is actually relevant. So I think we'll just make this like a small. This is a 3 by wide. We'll make this like a 1 wide hallway. It's like the annex attachment. I'll call this like the annex attachment. Is probably fine. Oh yeah, because these are just 3 by 3s. Oh yeah, these are microscopic. All right, in that case, we'll just drag it all the way out here. We're already using slate auto doors. I think we'll start upgrading everything to steel auto doors. So we'll just go bing, bang, bang, boom. That is not at all aligned correctly, so we'll fix that. Put one of these bad boys over here. Okay, and that should be the extra room set. Okay. It has no impact. Fantastic. So I can drink all the caffeine I want. I'm already maxed out in my height anyways. I will never get any taller than this. I have reached the upper limit of my size. I guess is the best way to describe it. That's okay. That happens to the rest of us. I know Ray's kind of in the same position where she's kind of maxed out already. That's probably fine. We need more power. Wait, what? You're just throwing out random numbers. Ever seen a caribou in your playthroughs? You, depending on what like regions you place, there's a lot of animals you'll surprisingly never encounter unless you just go visit that area. Like, for example, a lot of times you're never going to encounter desert animals because you're not going to want to be in desert lands 90% of the time. All right, let's quickly go grab Glitterworld medicine, even though it's probably not necessary. I do want to eventually end this run at some point and start a new run. I'll probably give this run like maybe, I don't know. Maybe we'll do like 2 or 3 more streams of this colony and then we'll move on to the next adventure. I think it's probably a solid way of doing things. Tundra, boreal forest, cold bogs, and glacial plains. Will Tundra having a way to tune it? Ah, so you gotta go, yeah, you gotta be pretty far north. This biome we're in has so many animals that I have to keep killing everything just to keep culling the population so my game doesn't lock up all the time. Like there's so many boomalopes that are just constantly coming around. I have to keep killing everything. Like that giant muffalo snack, we should probably murder that. The quails, the tortoises, turkeys, boars, everything has to die. Did Hayashi finally get a gun? Yes, amazing. You finally have your firearm with your beautiful set of shotgun stuff. 5 feet 4.5 inches in freedom units. That is not my IRL height, I'll tell you that much. But it's okay, that information stays hidden forever. The only thing you'll ever know about me is whatever my VTuber canon height is. I actually saw, okay, I will say, I saw a lot of discourse recently about, I think it was because, well, there's a popular VTuber out there who has been slowly transitioning away from being a VTuber to being more like IRL content. Looks like 35 centimeters like Saba. Is Saba actually 35 centimeters? Is that actually her canon height? Or did she forget to put a 1? According to the VTuber wiki, she is 150 centimeters. It was a joke? Okay, fantastic. She's 150 centimeters? Wow, that's crazy. I know people that are that height. But yeah, one of the big discourses on V2 in the VTuber sphere recently is a certain VTuber who I'm not gonna name has been transitioning away from, I guess for lack of better words, away from VTuber content to more IRL content, and it's been very interesting because there's a lot of people that are like, oh, but why would she do this? Because she realizes that there's only so many things you can do as a VTuber that you can't do, that maybe they want to do more different types of content. At the debut, she showed ID claiming to be 12 inches tall, 1 foot 2 inches tall. So later called a joke. Someone like the lighthouse? No. Oh, okay. It was. I see. Got it. It was a fake from the beginning. 150 is a bit small. I mean, 150 is not. 150 is a very normal height for Asians. I will say. I'll say 150 is a very normal Asian height, and I know people of that height. I'm not gonna get into that more, but there are people that are that height, and they are probably sometimes the more aggressive ones that you'll ever meet. I'm not getting defensive. I'm just saying I know people of that height. Okay. Okay, I know people of that height. It's only than your height and your average. Listen. It's okay. I mean, my my canonical height is 145 as a VTuber, but that's because you've seen the design. You know why. When she gets into 3D work, and that makes it, yeah. If you're doing 3D work, that makes it a lot easier for that type of thing. And like I said, 150 I think is a very common height for Asians in general. Has Ray ever talked about her height? I don't think she has, right? We're not gonna get into that then. Oh my goodness. Okay, Bibu is a whole different level of short. But she's also Thai, isn't she, or something like that? Because she yells a lot in Thai, and they're fairly short as well. A lot of just general Asians, Southeast Asians especially, tend to be a lot shorter. Oh shoot! There's a shuttle crash. There was a guy here. I completely forgot about him. Whoops, he's dead. Yeah, I know a lot of VTubers try to match their like IRL height to their VTuber height because generally it's a little better, so that when they start to do like 3D content, it's a lot easier to it'll make a lot of sense essentially, you know, when people are standing next to each other. It's obviously not gonna be 100% accurate. It's close enough though. She's only 23 from 1 million. That's actually kind of crazy. Full Moko are 1 million, right? Or am I imagining that? For some reason I keep thinking they're well over 1 million. Wait, she's pulling her mom in? That's so funny. We really are approaching the era of Mama Live. We already have Peko Mama. I guess we're having Bibu Mama. Who's next on the Mama Live set? Oh, we already have Mama Tsuri too. That was really fun when she had her on stream. Oh, good times. You know why? You know why they're doing this? Because they know there's a market for it. They know people, like, I think just having the parents, I guess, show up on stream makes the talent more, I guess, relatable in a way. And I think for a lot of viewers, that's a lot of fun. It's like, oh, they're just like you and me. We're people. And it's like, yeah, they're people. Unsurprising. How sexy the model is. Yeah, to be fair, I think 140 actually classifies you as a midget. Let's see. Midget classification, or what's the correct way to say dwarf or little person? In humans, it is defined as being an adult height of 147 centimeters or less regardless of sex. The average height among people with dwarfism is 120 or 4 feet tall. Huh. Yeah, oh yeah, no, like every VTuber is just stuck with health problems. Like, that's just a fact of life. It's just the unfortunate reality, I guess, of being a VTuber, where you're going to be forced to have a health problem of some kind that you have to deal with. You just kind of learn to live with it for the most part, and you just carry on with your life as best as you can. Totally not something relatable or anything, right? To be fair, I'm at least trying. I'm tackling some of my health problems one step at a time. Hello, son. How are you doing, comrade? It could be worse. Giga, for example, she had cancer, and she got through that. Because I remember we talked about it, and I was like, oh my god, that's rough. A lot of people have like some crazy health issues, and it's just nuts. I think the thing with being a VTuber is that you're kind of just going to have, like, people who are VTubers are very much internet inclined to just be stuck on the internet all the time. I can't believe I'm being told I vote. Oh no, okay. The thing is, that's not even a joke. Hello, Comrade Windsor. How are you doing? Thanks for the 58 months. I appreciate it. Like, it's not even a joke. So a lot of the stuff that I have that I don't think I've ever really gone into discussion on stream, and I'm not going to get into that, it is stuff that I am unfortunately genetically predisposed to having all of these things. And I remember one time I was talking to a parent, my mom, and we were discussing it, and it's just like, oh yeah, this is just a thing you're predisposed to. And I'm like, awesome. It's just a thing that has to be dealt with, and it's just, some people have, like, everyone's got like different health problems, and you just kind of deal with it. And I think for VTubers, like, the reason why a lot of them have health problems is it's like a combination of, one, their health problem, they probably had it beforehand anyways, and they're terminally online all the time, and probably live sedentary lifestyles where it's going to more or less compound these health problems because they probably don't get out as much because they're sitting inside all the damn time. And that's not to say that that applies to everyone, but I'm just saying that is possibly a reason for why this is a thing that keeps happening with VTubers. All right. I just think it is kind of funny that this is a thing that keeps having to happen. I might build another lifter just so we can have another lifter. Or we might just set up one of the escort lifter. What does this one do? Escort lifters, their entire job is to do basic things and haul things. They don't build. So maybe we build one of these things. What do I need? Polyester and synth. Polyester. One stamponent. That's not that bad. We should have some stamponents hanging around. If not, we should probably be able to slap one out. Oh, we have one. Okay, that's a reinforced frame. That's not a stamponent. Which one of these makes oh, here we go. We have... Oh, we're fine. If I was more going outside, won't change a single one of them. I mean, unironically, you could. You already got... Listen, it's part of the VTuber starter kit. You will have a health problem. I don't make the rules. This is just how it is. The math in the absolute average human height is 165, so you're 3 centimeters over that. What is my IRL height in feet and inches? I'm actually now kind of curious. Well, regardless, Ron, I can say that you're taller than me no matter what. You are very much taller than me, regardless of VTuber or IRL height, which is kind of funny. So, I don't know. Make do with that information whatever you want. Actually, you know what's really funny? One of my friends was sending me this thing the other day where if you type in you know how Google's got that stupid AI like Gemini thing, right? So if you go on Google and you type in like what if a tall like a 6'1" person touches my face, Google will say, oh, it's a sign of affection and all that, right? And here's how ways you can respond. And then if you type in what if like a 5'1" man touches my face, then Google will be like, you should be scared and you should walk away if it makes you feel uncomfortable. I'm like, oh my god, it's short king discrimination. Because apparently if you're tall it's okay to do that type of thing, but if you're short, no, it's very inappropriate. Ooh, I don't want any of this. Not really. That's fine. It's trading debt. Yeah, I think the trading debt is inheriting human biases. It's really funny. Bias against a short monarchy. Yes, I think, yeah, biased against short kings. If you're a short king, good luck to you. Because I think society has it out for you. You don't got it easy. We actually have enough wood, right? Okay, good. So let's make sure we have all that. I need more advanced components, surprisingly enough. We're like struggling to find the things we need. I want to get fusion power or even these advanced wind turbines. Again, we're running out of power quickly and it's becoming a huge problem. Even with these generators running 24/7, we can't get, like, we have enough helium and deuterium, but I can't get a TFG module. And that's like the biggest problem. If I could just get a single TFG module, we'd be fine. But it's gonna be surprisingly hard. If only we got lucky. Also, yeah, we're running out of just like materials. I don't even know what's in half of these things. This one's supposed to store what? Probably plasteel. Yep. So hopefully the miners will be able to dig materials out that we desperately need, but it does take some time. This one's been pulling out that, and this one is pulling out... Oh! Hello, this thing was... I forgot this thing was putting things out and just we forgot to grab it. Unfortunately, I don't have an auto-sorting system for all this stuff, which is kind of the issue. Speaking of stuff, though, I did play a new game that Hooded Horse gave me over the weekend, because for some reason they keep sending me things, and they sent me a game called Sandistry, which was surprisingly a lot of fun. It was a really cool factory simulator game. It was surprisingly short, though. It only took me like 8 hours to complete it from start to finish. And I know it's early access, so they're going to add more stuff, but I was like, this probably should have a little bit more content at some point. We are running out of food. I don't know if they're going to make it back to base in time before they run out of food. We'll see. That is a bit of an issue. We also need to start sorting out our gear, make sure we have like more standardized weapons for everything. At least we have machine guns and we have research. We could, okay, so if I can't break this into a TFG module, I could just put an Aurora core, which probably not necessary, but I guess we might as well, right? Ray should be able to build it, or is Ray not capable? Ray lost the pinky and was in a fight. Okay. Airman Joker is still walking around missing a leg, but because it's a bionic leg, he actually moves at a decent speed, which is really funny. So if we can just build another bionic leg, you'll be fine. We have 2 bionic arms. I need a bionic leg. Who else is missing arms? Who was I fixing their arms of? Oh, it was Riston. Riston is kind of right. He's the Black Knight from, or the, what's his name, from Monty Python. Let's give you let's see, you need 2 arms. We'll wait till Alana and company get back, that way we can have a better chance of surgery. Oh, why do you also giving their arm stomach shot when they revolt? Well, you see, the solution, they should learn that the best way to not lose their stomachs when revolting is to just not revolt in the first place. If they're revolting, that's their own fault. And if they revolt, then they deserve to be punished. You have to assert your authority amongst these, you know, these have-nots to ensure that they will, you know, obey, I guess is the best way to describe it. You got to make sure they obey. We are running out of heal root very quickly, and I need to find a way to fix that. We are perpetually out of grains, by the way, especially because there's a cold snap, so we can't even grow anything in the middle of Aprime, which is really annoying because we essentially lose 1 growing cycle for crops, especially because our strawberries are here and they're almost gonna explode, and that's gonna suck. Who the heck is Goblin? I don't have a bed for him. All right, these are guest beds now, so at the very least that's a way for them to sleep. We also need to finish adding more housing. I think we can add maybe 1 more batch of rooms down here. And I think there's only like 4 left in here. Okay, that is a salt meteor. Thankfully, it's right outside the door, so I don't have to go deal with that. We can leave that alone for now. Okay. Oh, yeah, no, you're not allowed to buy waste packs because that's just unnecessary. I don't want to deal with that. Let's go launch these at the local tribesmen in a hot minute once the other group returns back. They are out of food and they have 0.5 days to return. I don't know why they're moving so slow is the problem. Let's see. But whatever it is, they're painfully slow and it's kind of annoying. Is it faster if they walk through this? Why not walk through this way? Oh, okay, let's see. Can we trade with them? Maybe we can trade with this caravan. Maybe that'll get us some food. So they're not starving on the way there. What was I talking about before this? But yeah, I don't know. The main thing I was talking about earlier though about VTubers was a lot of people were like kind of annoyed, like, oh, this VTuber is like not a VTuber anymore. Why does she still have VTuber in her name? I was like, well, you can still be a VTuber while also not being a VTuber and doing more IRL content. It's not illegal, you know, to do that type of thing. And I kind of understand why people do that, because ultimately if you are strictly a VTuber, you do kind of miss out on on certain opportunities that IRL streamers get to do instead, like participating in things like those big old streamer game type of things that maybe you may not care about in particular, but I think for the more normal, I guess, content consumers, they probably do enjoy watching that type of thing too. And if you're a VTuber, it's kind of hard to put you in that type of thing because you're a digital avatar. I don't know who Pasta is, but I'm gonna look this up. Pasta. I'm gonna type in Pasta VTuber and it's probably gonna give me something weird. Is it Pastaroni Ravioli? Okay, she mostly does collab stuff. Okay. I will say, I thought about doing IRL content at some point, but not with face stuff. It'd literally just be hands and just be like, hey, here I am. I'm cooking food. Would you like to eat? I've always wanted to do cooking streams, but unfortunately, with my current point where I'm at, I can't really do cooking streams, which is a little sad. I would love to do cooking streams. I don't know if anyone would care about watching cooking streams, but I think it'd be kind of fun. Like, yeah, so here I am making food. Would you like some food? Do they sell a TFG module here? Probably not. Nope. Okay. 13 cheeseburgers is 13 days worth of food. If I buy gourmet desserts, oh, that's too expensive. What if we... I think we just take the chocolates. That gives us enough food to get back. Okay, and they are only 0.2 days away now, so that's really close. Can we send other directions on Discord as your cooking streams? Would be great with these hot pots. No. Yeah, so right now, the only thing I can really do is hot pot type content, which is not ideal. I am surprisingly a decent cook. Like, I used to work at a Chinese takeout, which I think I've talked about before, but I was not a cook. I was kind of just doing other things in there, but they taught me how to make a lot of their dishes. And I had to adapt them for home cooking because, unfortunately, like most people, I do not own a jet engine in my kitchen. Now, if I had a wok burner in my kitchen, I would probably be using that thing every day because it's surprising how fast you can make food on those things. I watched them essentially slam out a fried rice in like 2-3 minutes. It's crazy how quick you can make these things if you have a jet engine burner in your kitchen. Unfortunately, those things are surprisingly not allowed in your house. Open flame wok thingy? Let's see. I mean, you can... I mean, I've seen these things where it's like, yeah, you can get like these, you can get like an outdoor wok burner, which will attach like a propane tank, which is really quick, but it would be kind of a little nicer to have to cook inside of a kitchen instead of being outside for this type of thing, because it already gets kind of hot, and all my ingredients are inside instead of having to go back in, you know, instead of having to go in and out all the time. Apparently wok burners, inside your kitchen are not generally recommended, and most places will not install one of those things because they're it's too much of a risk, I guess, because of how much gas that you kind of have to deal with. I will say, from my many years of cooking, I basically hate electric stoves. I think maybe induction cooktops are a little better. I hear those are a lot better. I've never used one, but my experience with electric stoves has been those stupid like hot coil designs, and I fucking hated those things so much when I was in college because they are slow, and they are like, they don't get that hot, honestly, for transferring heat, and they're so inefficient too, which is super annoying. I don't know if anyone knows how obviously this stuff works, but like when you're trying to heat up a pot, right, you do lose a lot of energy whether when you're heating up that pot, or pan or pot or whatever, your cooking apparatus, depending on how you do it. So you want to know what it looked like? Hold on, let me pull up a photo real quick. Electric stove. When I was in college, the ones we were using, it looked like this. Let me pull this up real quick. They look like this. They had like the coils in a way, and so the way these worked, right, is that they would heat up the coil, and it's a lot of surface area. It's just you're running a ton of electricity through it to heat it up. It is technically it's more efficient than a gas burner, but there's something special about cooking on a gas burner that you just can't get on a stove. It's also kind of the same way where I'm like, I like cooking with charcoal more than I like cooking with gas when I'm cooking outside, because if you don't know, I also like to grill probably an unhealthy amount, and I primarily grill things like, I'll grill steaks, chickens, vegetables, whatever. It's delicious. I like doing yakitori, but like I have certain preferences for cooking. Like if I'm cooking indoors, give me a gas burner. If I'm cooking outdoors, give me charcoal. Charcoal imparts a special flavor into the food that you just can't get on a gas burner, and that's why I know gas burners and like gas propane cooktops are a lot more consistent. It's a lot easier to control, but listen, charcoal just hits different. I really am turning into an American, like true-blooded Western American, aren't I? Even though I was born in the States anyways. But yeah, it's some delicious stuff. Yeah, no, I hated those things. If you don't know, the other type of electric stove that people normally use nowadays are called induction cooktops. They look like this. These operate by These operate by basically running a magnetic current through your pot, and then that heats up the pot. They work really well. I actually use one of these, but like a portable one for hot pot on the table. I used to use gas burners on the table when I was doing hot pot, and then the more I thought about it, I'm like, is it safe to be using a indoor camping stove to have hot pot indoors? And I'm like, it probably isn't. So I stopped doing that, and I switched to using an induction-based one instead. The one I use on the streams are induction. It is an induction hot pot or cooktop. So I'm not gonna die of carbon monoxide poisoning in the middle of my own stream. Don't worry. It's my God, I haven't done a hot pot. I haven't done like an eating stream in a while, aside from the MREs. I still have like I think one more MRE, but I cannot bring myself to eat it. I look at it and I'm just like, I kind of just want to hold on to this forever and just not eat it. Filipinos also prefer gas and charcoal. Yeah, I think that's also kind of the big thing too. Some trying to charcoal is better for outdoor. You cook with gas, electric, induction. They all cook differently. It's your preference what you can handle better. You don't want to cook with gas ever again if you can help it. That's fair too. I think it really depends again, like what you're trying to aim for. I think for me, gas is just a little. I like gas a lot more because you can. So electric is really good for maintaining a temperature once you hit the temperature that you want, because it doesn't consume that much electricity. But I like gas because you can quickly adjust the heat that is on the surface very quickly, because you're immediately cutting off the fuel supply. Whereas something like an induction coil or like like an electric coil or induction cooktop takes a few seconds or a minute to kind of adjust to the temperature that you're trying to lower it down to or going to increase it to. Really depends like what your priority is, whether or not you want faster temperature adjustment or faster or easier maintenance of a temperature that you already have selected. That's kind of the main issue. I thought I renamed this group, but apparently not. Rattling Battalion. Gas is stinky and risk. Oh yeah, I mean, to be fair, that's also true. You gotta just be careful. Yeah, if you're gonna cook with that type of thing, just be very, very careful. Oh my goodness, look at that. Look at this beautiful sauna. Apparently we've been charging people to go in here. It actually has made us a decent amount of silver, which is kind of funny. I did not think about that, but I guess hospitality is integrated with that type of thing. Okay, where's Riston? Let's get Riston some arms again. The poor guy has had no arms for the past like in-game week. I think we should probably fix that now. All right, Riston, let's get you let's get you sorted. Let's wake up Alana too. We'll have Alana do the surgery. Poor Riston here. Is induction that fast? I don't know. I've never really cooked with induction for the most part. Now, let's do this real fast. Okay. Like I said, most of my electric stovetop experience has been related to the other one, the coils. So, anyways, that's just my opinion on cooktops for the most part. What was I talking about before this again? Oh, right, yeah, cooking streams. Anyways, I'd like to do cooking streams one day. I'd say maybe like in 1 or 2 years, I'll probably be able to do cooking streams. If I'm still streaming as a VTuber in 1 or 2 years, I'll actually be kind of surprised. I'm kind of surprised I've been at this for so long, and I've enjoyed it a lot. But boy, I'm seeing a lot of VTubers kind of like eventually just kind of quitting very recently, and it's a little rough. It's like a lot of them are just like, well, it's time, we're done. And I'm like, well, that's fair. Time for them to move on to other things. I mean, this is for the most part my way of being able to play video games and giving myself an excuse that says like, oh yeah, I'm actually being productive by doing this type of thing. Although there's so many other things I should actually be doing instead, like when I'm working on the Star Sector mod, or many of the other things that I've failed to do over the many, many moons. That is a Persona extension effector. I have no idea what this does. Let's just grab it real quick. Alman, you can grab this. I don't think you have a Persona weapon. So, who knows? I think there's a lot of content creators out there who, I don't know, a lot of VTubers just keep on trucking along, and shout out to all those other VTubers who were there since the early days, because a lot of the early day VTubers are just like long gone now. It's kind of crazy. At least Kizuna Ai came back, which is kind of nuts. But beyond that, I'm still kind of surprised a lot of the HoloLive like early members are still hanging around. That to me is crazy. Like basically all of HoloLive Gen 1, well, hold on, wait, let me think that out real quick. No, Mel left. But for the most part, aside from her, the other 4 members of Hololive Gen 1 are still around. And to me, that is kind of crazy to think about. Because I think my Oshi's like approaching her. I want to say, I think this was her 8-year anniversary as a VTuber, which is crazy to think about. Oh my god. I think the other problem too is like I actually don't watch that many other VTubers nowadays, because it's just very time consuming in a way to watch that many. Hello there, Yakumo, how are you doing? So I did also post a question on Discord the other day whether or not people are interested in watching collab streams. I've been invited to like a few. We haven't confirmed anything yet, but if people are interested, I am kind of curious to know what people think about that type of thing, because I have never really done collabs before. I am very much a solo. Oh, Ray wasn't asleep. I forgot she had a thing that she had to do. I forgot. Never mind. She'll probably be on in like a few minutes. I completely forgot that she told me yesterday that she had an important thing to do, and I was like, oh yeah. Hello, IR's stupid. Me too. I am very stupid. Mod interactions? What game? Rimworld or something else? Thanks for the bits, I appreciate it too. Did you enjoy gunning me with those? Oh my god, is that finally fixed? It only shoots 110 of them now? Holy moly. Okay. Oh wait. Okay, you know what we need to do that I keep forgetting? We actually have to do the mech quest, which is this decoy antenna to get the next Atomatroid upgrade for Immortal. Now, I think we should be able to do this without too much issue, probably. I think we'll just put one out there, and then we'll just, I guess, get everyone with a gun ready to rip and tear. Riston finally has arms now, right? Yes, look at Riston. Riston with arms. Once that anesthetic wears off, he will be stronger than ever. The unforgettable advent of Christ. Okay, so we got the holiday through, which is great. Oh, I didn't realize we had enough points now. All right, what are we doing for our memes? Should we be progressive? What are we doing? We're the Faith of the Healing Maiden. Okay, so it's basically like weird rap Christianity. Let's see here. Transhumanist might be a little excessive. Human primacy, probably not. These are all kind of extreme. We probably don't want to do any of those. Maybe trader, so we trade a lot more. Oh, actually, we already have healthcare. Let's see. Rimworld not running. Running a pretty overpowered model systems, crazy modded factions, and modded administration. Make sure you don't murder you too early. Subquest from other raids. Factions. Oh, well, I guess you just have to be a little careful with that type of thing. Well, if you read did you read the quest description and did it tell you what faction you're going to be dealing with? That's probably like the big problem that you're running into. You know what? We can be loyalists. We stand for our own before others. That seems solid. Okay. Maintain all this. That's fine. Remember, how's it going these past week? Hello, Will Drip. I'm doing pretty good. I got sick last week, and then I was traveling the week before that, and then I was traveling the week after that. So I've been out and about recently. So last week was like my first full week of streams, and then this week is also another full week of streams. I'm kind of hopefully back on the schedule, and we're finishing up Fire Emblem soon. This doesn't say what faction it spawns. Completely random. Oh, gotcha. So in that case, you just kind of got screwed. I mean, when you're playing with that many mods, you're gonna run into weird issues like that, and you just kind of have to roll with it. There's not much you can kind of do about that type of thing. You just kind of roll with the punches. All right, is this thing gonna? God, I don't know what to do with all this uranium. I have so much uranium. What do I even do with this? Wait. How good is uranium as a wall material? Okay, well, it's better than steel and okay, well, it's a little better than steel. Or is it? Oh, wait. Holy cow, wait, that's actually way better than, it's actually way better than the slate, I think. So maybe we should convert all the, exterior walls to uranium. Because I don't think there's anything else I can do with the uranium, right? Tungsteel, no. No. Yeah, I think we just used the uranium to To rapidly upgrade the walls. Oh, I mean, we could make uranium slug turrets. I kind of forgot about those. Yeah, that's also an option. All right, we should probably trigger this. We'll trigger that after I get back from the restroom. But in the meanwhile, while that's happening, let's quickly upgrade the walls. I need to use the restroom. Let's replace this with uranium. Just like this. A little bit of extra protection, basically, is what I'm trying to go for here. It is a little uranium expensive, but it should be fine. I'm hoping it's replacing the walls. Good. All right, we'll let that run for a bit, and I'll be right back, because I have been holding this in for far too long. Give me one moment. I've been obsessed with this one song. It's that stupid one that goes like, when the beating of your heart echoes the beating of the drums, there is a life, something, something when tomorrow comes. I don't know why that's dang song from Les Mis has been stuck in my head for like the past couple days. I have just been like humming it it's like my current what do they call it? Earworm? And it's only that song. I remember, like, I actually do like Les Mis a lot. I remember watching the play when I was in middle school, and then obviously watching the movie when that came out, which I think I was in high school when that came out, and it was really wonderful. And I've been meaning to get around to rewatching it recently. I'm trying to remember what the name of the song. Les Miserables. Yeah, it's just a really fun song. It's like, do you hear the people sing? That's what it's called. Because I don't know, something about that song and just being very patriotic and fighting for freedom is just such a, like, the vibe of that song is just immaculate. Okay, so once it's the next day, we will trigger this event so we can kind of call in the first target, the mech threat. I guess we're not allowed to summon the other ones yet, so we'll try to do that so we can get Immortal slightly more bandwidth capacity. I think is what we're looking for. But yeah, it's a fun song, you know. It's like, do you hear the people singing the songs of angry men? This is the music of a people who will not be slaves again. When the beating of your heart echoes the beating of the drums, there is a life about to start when tomorrow comes. Yeah, I really want to do like I promise, like, once I get this Christmas album out, and probably after the new year and after I'm back from Japan, I do want to start doing actual like song covers. The problem is, like, a lot of the songs that I want to do are all like Vocaloid songs from an eternity ago. Like, I'm not even talking like modern Vocaloid. It's like I'm talking vintage Vocaloid music that I grew up listening to because I was a young weeb in high school. I think Vocaloid initially came out when I was in high school, so I would have been like, what, 15, 13, something like that, when the first set of Project Diva games came out. And me being terminally online ever since the day I was like, I had consciousness, I was like, you know what, I could probably sing some of these songs. The question is, which songs would I sing? That's the ultimate question. I already know which ones I want to do, and they're all like the weird poppy songs that would probably not sound very good listening to a very male voice singing them, but I think it'd be kind of fun to do it anyways. I don't know, who knows. The problem is I need to learn how to edit these. I'd have to learn how to do audio editing at that scale. I used to do some audio editing like before, but I haven't done that in quite some time, so now I have to kind of figure out how to do that type of thing. And yeah, you could always do like the classics. You could also like the new ones, like all the new Teto songs, like Bird Brain, where you have to scream profanities because that's how the song operates. Oh my goodness, we're researching all of our stuff. What's next to research? Let's research. We have the TFG module, so we don't need that. Plasma confinement's already completed. Oh no, we actually don't have. Oh, we can make a TFG module. I just don't have the technology. I'm an idiot. Wait, how do I get this? Is it because I don't have the because we don't have the Aurora core? Okay, wait, hold on. If we do this, why are we not building this? Why are we not building? Do we not have... Okay, we don't have advanced components. That's really awkward, ain't it? Will young girl A be on it? I don't know. Probably not, because I don't know how to sing that song at all. Like I said, a lot of the Vocaloid songs are like Aikotoba, Melancholic, Cowardly Mont Blanc. What are the other ones that I listen to? Like, basically, if you look at anything from Project Diva F or Project Diva 2nd, those are probably the ones that I know. You really like that song? Can you sing it again? Which one? The Les Mis one? The Do You Hear the People Sing? Do you hear the people sing the songs of angry men? It is the music of a people who will not be slaves again. When the beating of your heart echoes the beating of the drums, there is a life about to start when tomorrow comes. And I think it's like, will you join in our crusade? Who will be strong and stand with me? Somewhere beyond the barricade, is there a world you long to see? I think that's how it goes. I can't remember the rest of it, but that's kind of how it works. But anyways, if you ever look up Project Diva F or 2nd, those are like the songs that I grew up listening to for Vocaloid stuff, and it's just like it's a shit ton of weeb stuff. And they were a lot of fun, and I do miss playing a lot of those listening to a lot of those songs. I think a lot of the new Vocaloid songs just don't hit the same to me, primarily because I think a lot of the most popular ones nowadays especially are ones that are very much designed to kind of go viral on like TikTok or other social media, like Mesmerizer, Zako Zako, what are the other ones that are like popular? Bird Brain, maybe not so much, is not the same one, but a lot of those other ones are very they're very much like designed to be consumed in a vertical format, and there's nothing wrong with that per se, but it is something that I myself notice when it comes to a lot of these like Vocaloid, like modern Vocaloid music, at least in some cases. It's not all the cases like this, but that's what I personally have kind of noticed. I don't listen to Sabaton, no. I don't listen to rock that much, like at all, so it's not really a genre that I pay attention to. How do I build this stupid thing? We have to, do we have to haul the core in? Hold on, if I dump the core in here, should be fine. Let's dump the Persona core in here. Maybe that'll be what we need. Well, chorus? No, absolutely not. I was a band member. I played a euphonium when I was in high school. I'm not a very good singer. I've only learned to sing because I just sing in my car every single time I drive. And turns out when you just keep singing along to a lot of music, you can actually get pretty good at it. I thought about doing a karaoke stream today, but I ultimately decided not to. It'd probably just be a lot of like weeb music. Like, unless you really want to be listening to me singing, like Konosuba music. Or things like that. Your first Migo is Popipo. Oh my gosh. Popipo, like, okay, so Popipo is like such a funny song because the thing is just like, it's like just literally nonsense. I do remember that. I was like, Popipo, 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 Popipo. Yeah. You know, my favorite anime is Kagero Daze. Oh, Mekaku City Actors. Oh yeah, Mekaku City Actors was like really crazy too. That was like one of like the early Vocaloid like multimedia projects. I remember it got an anime. But I don't think anyone ever cared about the anime, which is like the unfortunate part. I remember the anime was like not really popular when it came out, and I only knew it because there's like one song from the Mekaku City, from the Kagero Days project that I really like, and I am blanking out on the name of the one that I liked a lot, but I remember it specifically focused on that one girl who is technically dead. She's kind of like a ghost, I think. I cannot remember what the song was called, and now I'm blanking out on what it was called. Now I have to like look it up and see if I can find it. None of these sound familiar. Yeah, I don't remember which one it was. But I think if you know which one I'm talking about, right? What was it? What was the song called, actually? I cannot remember. I'll have to look it up later because now I'm gonna go crazy trying to remember what the stupid song name was called. She is finished it. Okay, we're gonna do this real quick. We're gonna call, since it's daytime now, and hopefully all the pawns should have eaten at this point. We are ripping through a lot of our food, which is great. I love that. Okay. Let's go consume. And let's go call this quest in. So where's Nahil going? Why is Nahil cleaning the sand? Hello? Why is this a thing? Okay. Oh my god, a Muffalo's getting revenge. Oh right, I forgot. If we attack the Muffalo for food, they start getting very smudge. Let's put you over here, draft you. Put you over here, drafted hunt. Alright, we gotta kill everything before they kill us. Sirius gonna get gored by this thing. Okay, Drunken Wayfarer is getting gored. Alright, hopefully they should be fine. Sirius probably strong enough. Oh, Drunken Wayfarer went down. Yeah, turns out when his legs are all broken, that's probably a problem. Alright, let's go rescue the poor guy. Because it was just an automatic hunting expedition. Because I do that thing where I'm just like, alright, just go through the list and press hunt animal. Because why think about what I'm doing when I can just automate it? Very easy. Alright, we'll go rescue real quick. But yeah, I don't remember. It was a while ago. And I don't pay too much attention, like a lot of, again, some Vocaloid stuff I see a lot more Teto nowadays, because I guess she's like the millennial weeb icon nowadays, because for some reason everyone's like, Miku is still 17 forever. And then meanwhile, everyone's like, Teto is 31 and she's my spirit animal. And it's hilarious. I love it. I love the fact that everyone's just like, yeah, Teto is just like your 31-year-old millennial autistic spirit animal, and I think it's I think it's so funny that everyone is just gone with this interpretation of Teto, at least in the Western sphere, and it's great. I love it so much. And ironically, I think Bird Brain is probably like one of my favorite songs that have come out recently. Longest time used NA as your profile pic, at least you're on Twitch. Ah, okay. All right, now that we got this ready, let's do this fight. Exonia still doesn't have a gun. Why? Oh, you have a gun. Okay. Exonia doesn't have bullets. Why? Are we out of bullets? Did I not make any bullets? What does... Why do you not have rounds? What are you using? I bet you this is not... Oh, it is biocoded to Exonia. This is, 762 by 51. Do we not have 762, 50? Oh, wait. We don't. We ran out of bullets. Okay, that is a problem. 762.51 NATO AP rounds due until we have... Yeah, that might be a problem. Let's make sure we have 2,000 of these. Yeah, oh yeah, exactly. The whole screaming, my penis, ah, is definitely a line. Asune Miku's an icon. Teto's a relatable. Yeah, exactly. She's a relatable icon in a way. Meanwhile, the yellow one doesn't get much. Oh, fuck. I used to know her name because she was in Project Diva, and now I can't remember. I think her name was Neru. I think it's Neru. God, I legitimately almost forgot like what her name was because they were part of like Yellow Baka, and she even has an Nendroid, which is crazy. Neru does have an Nendroid, I think, which is amazing, quite frankly. Yeah, yeah, Kita Neru. Yeah, I was like, all I remember is like it's the yellow one from Triple Baka is like how I remember. What are the other Vocaloid songs that I used to sing a lot? I sing a lot of like stuff in my car. Like I have an entire playlist on YouTube that's just I can pull up, and these are like my singing in the car music, and some of them are anime songs, you know, usually whatever. The thing is I can't sing fast in English or Japanese, so I have to sing. I usually choose songs that are a lot more relaxed for me. That way I can actually sing them. Otherwise, I'm gonna just completely whiff every song that I attempt to sing, and it's kind of annoying. But I literally have an entire playlist called karaoke. And I mean, on here you have like Suisei. I think there's Next Color Planet, Hello How Are You from Y to Y, Kigeki from Hoshino Gen, Love Dramatic from Kaguya, or Snake Eater is probably like, I will say, one of my favorite songs to sing that I always pull out when I'm at karaoke is Snake Eater from Metal Gear Solid 3. I am surprisingly decent at singing that song. It is like one of the few songs like in English that it is actually weirdly difficult, but I can actually sing that somewhat well. To the point where one of my friends was like, would you consider singing? He's like, they said they were considering asking me to sing Metal Gear Solid. Like they were considering asking me to sing it at their wedding during their dance. And I was just like, I'm glad you didn't, because I probably would not have done a very good job when I went at stage fright. But because they ended up dancing to like a Fallout song instead. But I thought it was so funny that they were like legitimately considering like to dance to Snake Eater for their first dance at their wedding. And I was like, oh god, thank goodness you didn't ask me this. Oh yeah, the song Invisible from the hit game Metal Gear Solid 5 that we all haven't been like brainwashed into thinking that's actually there. Just heard her voice is basically cool Flame Wars on 2chan. Oh, okay, got it. Only fast songs you can sing without butchering are Idol and CS. I can't even sing Idol. I did see Idol live because again, there's the YOASOBI concert that me and Ray went to last time 2 weeks ago, and it was really fun. Oh, the other ones I can sing are like, you know, like Renai Circulation from Bakemonogatari. Oh, we gotta do this thing. Oh, we're still waiting for bullets, right? We have rounds. Okay, let's do this real fast. We'll talk about it. We'll talk a little bit. I like talking a little bit more before we do the more hardcore stuff. Yeah, you know, Renai Circulation is like, I think, one of those classic ones that everyone who's like a weeb has probably sang it like a bajillion times. You know, it's like it's technically high pitch. It's like you know that one. But no, the funnier way to sing it is you sing it in like the deepest voice you possibly can and just make it like a... That's what I do when I'm singing in the car. It's like... And then when you get to the pre-chorus parts, it's really funny because you end up going like... Instead of going like... Hua, hua, ri, hua, you're like... Hua, hua, ri, hua, hua, ru, anata ga namae o usore. Alright. You know, like singing like a, I don't know how to describe it, like as deep a voice you can pull off, and it's funnier that way. I cannot sing the gangster rap remix, and I definitely cannot sing any of the smoke weed remixes either. He went doing hardcore stuff and you had to check him out. Oh, wait, what do you mean hardcore stuff? Well, the hardcore stuff as in like the difficult, you know, Rimworld content instead of just yapping around. I don't even know the lyrics for like the gangster version. Is there even Renai circulation gangster lyrics? I probably can't find it. I'm getting like 15 different TikToks and I don't really want to pull those TikToks. Oh, is this actually it? Is this the one by Nintendo? Oh, it's not. Oh, this one. Yeah. I'm not gonna sing this one right now, mostly because I don't want to get copyright struck right now, but this is funny stuff. Oh my god, I'm like looking at the lyrics. Come on and slam and welcome. This is just like 15 different songs. Yeah, you got Space Jam, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Platinum Disco. Oh, Platinum Disco's a lot of fun. I think Platinum Disco is probably like my favorite second song from Bakemonogatari. That thing is so much fun to sing. And it's really funny because the other day YouTube decided, hey, have you thought about these these graduated hololivers in some time? And there was a Shion Murasaki and Gaorgura cover of Platinum Disco. I was like, oh my god. Good stuff, but it's been a long time. I should probably do a cover of Platinum Disco. I could probably do it. And it was like, 見渡せば一面白衣の世界に一歩だけ踏み出していつまでも止まらない国胸のときめきで一緒に踊る君の背中であの秘密が月が something like that. I think is how it went. It's a lot of fun. Like I said, a lot of my karaoke list is just like weed stuff that I can kind of sing that are a little better. And I actually really should do a karaoke stream. I probably could have done one today, but I haven't done it in quite some time, and I'm not sure how many people care about watching a karaoke stream, so that's why I don't really do them that often, unless they're attached to something else. Like maybe as part of the Fire Emblem stream, because I don't expect that Fire Emblem stream to last that long. Maybe we append it with some karaoke and Fire Emblem just to kind of have a bit of a variety, but I don't know. I'll have to think about it. I do enjoy watching karaoke streams. I'm glad Matsuri generally archives hers, especially like if she's doing the member streams. Why am I having things yeeted at me? Hello, Infidave. Like Matsuri, at least when she does her karaoke streams, especially if they're like member streams, they're archived, so I can just rewatch them. And YouTube will sometimes be like, did you want to rewatch this karaoke stream from like 2022? It says 4 years ago. I'm like, what do you mean 2022 was 4 years ago? Wasn't 2022 just last year? I'm like, oh god. You started playing Assassin's Creed 4? There's an Assassin's Creed 4? Well, I mean, I know there's Assassin's Creed 4, but... Which one is 4? Oh, Black Flag. Got it. I could not remember which one is which. You have to remember, the last Assassin's Creed game I played was fucking... Brotherhood. No, 3. 3 was the last one I played. I have not played any of the other ones in quite some time. I basically stopped... I wanted to play the newer ones, but... what I heard is like a lot of the newer ones, like I think once they started with like the Egypt one, Odyssey or Origins, they kind of transitioned less from assassinating and more into like an action RPG fighter type experience. And I was like, that seems like the characters have like enemies have like levels and all things like that. I'm like, that just seems really weird for a game about assassinating people when the whole thing that people really want is just like do cool parkour. Conversation. Does anyone know a mod that has like armor cast for Nazgul for Lord of the Rings? You want to LARP with the 9 medieval overhaul run? I'm sure there's... Can't you just look up a Lord of the Rings mod? There's probably 1 or 2. Oh, I gotta do... Oh, what do you mean wind is blocked? Is there a tree in the way? Wind blocked. Oh, there is a tree in the way. Alright, well, let's kill that. Oh, that was really weird. Oh, just like... Oh, that was weird. Okay, let's finally seal this up. I'm not sure if we can seal this one up. This might... Oh, it's ice. So that's probably the problem. Oh! We are gonna run out of power. It is a long night, apparently. So... Oh! Because it's the penumbra! I completely forgot this was happening! Oh, shoot! I completely forgot we had this long-term event happening. I completely forgot that this was a event that was ongoing. Yeah, this is a problem. Okay, well, at least our power problems are kind of fixed once I can kind of hook these up together. But yeah, that is a problem, isn't it? Okay. Yeah, I was like, I know there was a reason why I was trying to build fusion power, but I was like, I completely just forgot why. We were like, why do I need fusion power again? Also, why can't I build this stupid Aurora core? Do we just not have the materials? Are we out of gold? What are we short on? We have gold. We have plasteel, I think. Okay, we don't have enough plasteel, I think. No, we have enough plasteel. We have enough steel. We have advanced components. No, we don't have advanced components. Why is this thing not manufacturing? Why does it say I have 92 advanced components? Who's carrying 92 advanced components? Oh, it's because it's inside of this thing. So this thing is holding onto a bunch of components, but it can't actually grab them because... Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. I see the problem here. I need to quickly figure this out. We need to quickly fix a lot of our stuff real fast. How do I fix this? If we put on a belt and then... Even if I put it on a belt, what benefit would I derive from dumping it onto a belt? I would still need to dump it into a storage container. I guess we could put it in a crate. I guess that's probably fine for now. It's probably like the easiest solution. Just make it quick and dirty. A quick and dirty solution to our problem. And then this will store steel, last steel component, and uranium. And we'll make this like a low priority storage. Let's quick have Ray build this out. Okay, so now I remember why we need this. We need to get on the ship on our reactor. No, we're not gonna. We'll be fine. We're just gonna try to survive. I think what we'll do is the run will probably conclude maybe after we survive the long night event. So if you don't remember how this works, it is an event from, what's that dang mod called? Vanilla Events Expanded. And we need to survive through 4 stages, essentially. Right now we're in the penumbra, and then, so we're in stage 1 out of 5. Right now, light is capped at 75%, and after we get to the next stage, light will cap at 25%, and global temperature drops by 15 degrees total, which is gonna be a little nasty. Also, we do have 1 colonist in the queue available, so if anyone wants to join and you don't have a character yet, you can join. Did we make that brainstem yet? We never made the brainstem, did we? I probably forgot. Alright, there we go. There we go. Look at all those materials. Okay, so now we're getting the advanced components that we've been so desperate to get. Now we can build the Aurora core. But the problem is that I cannot do the TFG module until we get this. I need a second persona core, which is going to be annoying to get. Hello, Fagoth. How are you? You're already in here, Nahil. So I can't make a fusion reactor unless I get a second persona core. So I have to just keep a lookout on all the quests and hope that one of them will give me a persona core. Thankfully, these advanced wind turbines do produce a significant amount of power, so at least that solves some of the problem. At least solves a lot of it. Nice fart. Look at that big toot. Actually, you know what I'm suddenly reminded of? I don't know, this is like kind of irrelevant for most people, but YouTube recently announced a new change for YouTube, where they're like, so currently, I think if you want to view something like if you want to count as a view on a YouTube video or YouTube stream, you need to have like watched a certain amount of the video, like maybe like a few seconds of it, if not a minute. But they recently changed, they're changing it very soon, where it's like as long as you see even a single frame of a YouTube video, it now counts as a full view, which I feel like that's a really weird decision to make. But what do I know? I'm not YouTube, and that's their decision, but it just seems like a really awkward and stupid decision that they are going with, because I think it's just going to encourage even more slop content to just keep view farming. So I don't know. Yeah. It'll be interesting. What is this thing holding on to? This thing is holding on to something. I don't know what it is. This thing is something energetic. Let me know if you do, and you're gonna always change. You get the chance to change it. Send me all clouds and physical data centers. You're never gonna be allowed to opt out of AI. I don't know if anyone saw this too, but a lot of the what's those stupid things called? Like apparently at the same time that Twitch introduced the toggle where you can turn off being used for generative AI, Twitch was just like, so anyways, we're now putting it in our TOS that you have to, that all your content can be used for generative AI, and there's no opt-out clause from the terms of service, because unfortunately we live in a timeline where companies can just change the terms of service and you have zero recourse for it at all, which is really dumb. Like a lot of times they're just like, well, if you don't like the terms of service, just don't use the product anymore. Well, it's like, well, what if I want to use the product without changing the terms of service? You know what I mean? That's, unfortunately, we're never going to get that changed. By the way, we have power now. These advanced wind turbines do produce enough to kind of get us through the current seasons, which will probably be fine. We got to get fusion power up and running, though. Okay, let's quickly slam out. I think we're still short. Oh, we're out of blast steel because we're out of poop. Okay. Anyways, let's go call in this thing now. So where is... How do I do this? It's been a while since I've had to do any biotech thing. Oh wait, I forgot we can just add a band node. Adds 1 bandwidth. That's not a lot. Oh, yeah, I did see. Okay, as I think I mean, the thing is, like, even if you could turn off the toggle on Twitch that says like, hey, we're not going to use your stuff for AI, generative AI training models, it's not going to stop malicious actors from doing the same exact thing. Now, why would anyone ever train their content off of me? I don't know. It's not like I produce anything of value to generative AI. What are they going to do with me? It's like, oh, this is a VTuber and they play games involving war crimes and they do stupid things. Congratulations, I poisoned their training data. Don't use Harmony if you hate AI. Oh, I saw that. Oh my god. So I don't know who pays attention to this on the Rimworld Discord, but the Rimworld Discord recently had a little bit of a skerfuffle with some people in the sense that they announced that like, hey, we're banning all AI related stuff. And I was like, okay, good. Like specifically they're like, hey, if you make generative AI content, it's not really a thing that they want on the Discord. And it's just like, oh, was it really? Was it a misunderstanding? Oh shoot, maybe I misunderstood it then. Oh, were they not? Okay, maybe I misinterpreted because it sounded like they were banning it. Okay. That is a meteor of salt that almost destroyed something, I think. Where did that land? Ray's here. Hello, Ray. Welcome back. Oh my goodness! That meteor, no! It destroyed my... What do you mean it landed in my mech suit room? Oh my god. Okay, well, I'm not gonna say no to a plasteel meteor. Oh lord, why? Well, thankfully we have a lot of steel, so I guess it's not the end of the world, but oh god, that is annoying. Oh, Jesus Christ. I mean, thankfully this is all steel and components, so it's not like it's that hard to rebuild, but boy, that's annoying. Because you have to rebuild everything. I know this is annoying on generate content as reserved rights to revoke artists and models. Okay, got it. Well, yeah, okay, that's what I thought. They're banning it from the Discord, essentially, right? That is essentially what it is. But not, obviously, you can't ban it from the Discord workshop, because that's not at all handled by them, and you can't really stop the deluge of, you know, AI generated slop. You know, I now have a Canadian work tita. Wait, why do I have a Canadian work tita? Because you bonded with the Filipinos. Reddit through tangent because they're banning AI mods. Gosh, that is a really weird thing for them to be complaining about, but I mean, people are gonna complain no matter what. Oh my goodness, actually, you know what I'm really more annoyed about? We lost all of our helium and deuterium. Oh no! That meteor destroyed my stockpile of H2 and H3. Or is that what deuterium is? Yeah, H2. We lost all our H2 and H3. That is super annoying. Oh lord, that sucks. Well, thankfully it's summer, so at least it's still very warm. So at least we'll be okay for now. We should probably stop smoking meats. We have a lot of meat. Let's stop smoking that. We're still in the long night. We haven't moved to the next stage yet. Okay, thankfully, because it didn't destroy this exosuit, I can just kind of put the exosuit back in here. Once we haul these to the correct locations, we can kind of get that up and running again. So let's get the exosuit properly working. Okay, you can't haul, but you can haul. Put that suit back where it came from, or so help me. Okay, then I can go here. Okay, so we're gonna install the exosuit, and we'll rebuild the floors, which I think we're using poured concrete for all of this anyways. Don't shed any tears over, but Airbus are bandwagoning thread. I mean, they're always gonna be bandwagoning, because once they're like, it's like a hive mind, a drone mind, right? Almost nearly squashed. Yeah, we almost got squashed, which was very annoying. Did I hear about the Spider-Man leak? About a certain actor who might be showing up in Doomsday? Is that what we're talking about? Because I did see some of the leaks, and I'm like, if they do that, I would be actually very entertained by that notion. I think it's no secret, I do actually enjoy watching Cape Slop sometimes. And I do enjoy watching the Marvel films quite a bit. Especially Spider-Man in general is just really fun. Discord, Reddit, close source app, and place where Maxwell Hills the top right one will be nothing AI. I'm sure nothing will be AI in the future, yeah. Very cute, and a lot of Korean ratkins. Yeah, you like all the ratkins? We have a bunch of humans in the mix, but for the most part it's ratkin, although their gear is kind of all over the place because I have not sorted them out at all. So they're just kind of wearing whatever we have around. I've not given them proper uniforms. Okay, we got our exosuit back in. Let's install the heavy backpack and the auto cannon. Let's get these modules in here so we can get this up and running. Okay. Can we get the auto cannon installed then too, or are we gonna forget about that? All right. Can you get rat milk out of them? If they're lactating, kind of, I guess, but not generally. Not no. You're not milking ratkin for rat milk. I'm sure that's a mod. Like, if in doubt, there's always someone who's making weird mods, and you can probably be like, yo, this is a mod that lets you milk ratkin, or you can enslave the ratkin and you can milk them that way for some reason. I don't know. I don't come up with the rules, okay? When in doubt, just type in ratkin on the workshop, and I'm sure you'll find something that's really weird. Listen, if you want to milk them rat maids, I'm not gonna question you. That's your decision. I'm not here to tell you yes or no. When Hololive colony? All right, what benefit would I derive from a Hololive colony? So the Hololive outfits, okay, sure, you can have Hololive outfits, but then what? What do you do after that? Unless you want me to roleplay the Hololive colony as like, oh, these are the actual talents themselves. How does this happen? I mean, you could do that, but that doesn't sound terribly fun for me, I guess. A little bit of darkness in one of the storage rooms. Oh, yeah, this one's a little dark. I've been meaning to put light in here. Yeah, a lot of these rooms are kind of a mess, so I haven't had a chance to like maybe add more lights in here. That should be fine. It would be pretty silly, yeah. I think the next plan is to do the Warhammer 40k themed colony on a grav ship. or possibly on an STS2 ship, but I haven't decided if that is exactly what I'm going to be doing next for the next colony, or if I'm going to do something else. There's a mod called Milk the Moo Girls. Wait, what? Oh, this is the cow one, right? Like, there's a lot of these. Listen, there's a mod that lets you do anything you could possibly think of. For example, did you know there's a mod out there that gives all the crows knives? That's a thing. I basically try to avoid mods that are like overly sexualized for the most part. I don't really find them terribly fun and seems a little unnecessary for a Rimworld experience, I think. So I generally do avoid a lot of those. Yeah, it's a murder of crows that you can get. So, all right. So at least we have the exosuit up and running. Once we can kind of get that last thing set up there. Drunken Wayfarer is at least injured. Also, why am I missing a lot of lights? Trying to change some lights. What do you? Oh yeah, I could make them a little more white. Like a hospital should have more like white lights, shouldn't they? Like this should all be like. I can make this just painfully white. Ah, look at that. We can make it like. Look at that, beautiful. Yeah, this room is surprisingly missing a bunch of lights. I should probably add more there. You're right. I probably should upgrade a lot of the lights or change their colors. I've been meaning to do that for quite some time. I just never got around to doing it because a lot of other things distracted me. Like these should have like very painfully bright white lights. For it is a production facility. I think this one I also want to be white. There we go. You want big face? Sure, I will be a big face. Hello, it's me. Look at that. I really should use the other model more frequently. I keep forgetting to switch when I feel like it. Let's see. The one you use is intimate mode because you use the option for natural birth simply beyond getting married. Press say for. Oh, does it actually just give you like the option to have casual relations rather than being married? But that is not ordained by the Lord. How could you do such a thing? How could you have premarital relations? I don't know. It seems fine, but it's not something I really care about adding for the most part. If I really wanted to add the type of thing to my game, I don't know. Just throw in. At that point, you're just like you're one step removed away from just installing the forbidden mod. At that point, you might as well just use. Oh my goodness, we have a solar flare. That's not ideal. I guess we'll be okay probably for now. We got to just keep adding more dirt to this. But yeah, I mean, at that point, you might as well just commit to the bit and just add the nonsense. I will never stream with the forbidden mod. I don't know what makes you think I could stream with the forbidden mod. That just seems not feasible or reasonable in any way whatsoever. No forbidden mod. Absolutely not. Because I can't, and I also don't want to. And also Ray would kill me. So if you want me all to live for the foreseeable future, I will not be doing any quote-unquote forbidden mod shenanigans. That's asking for me to die. Use the forbidden. Would they even allow that? I'm pretty sure Kick even has like rules where you can't even use like do not safe for work content like that. Like a lot of platforms, like the only platform you'd be able to do that on would be like streaming on the blue site essentially. There's like so many things that you could do. Actually, I've been seeing a lot of people trying to promote a new VTuber site recently. I think it's called like RPlay. And it's like, oh yeah, this was a VTuber exclusive, streaming platform. You can do whatever you want, but you got to be VTuber centric. And then I kind of looked up their website because I was curious, and literally, I think 99% of the content on that platform was just all ASMR streams and videos. And also, there wasn't that much of an audience. Like basically, unless you're streaming one of that like ASMR or anything like that, it's not really a platform that I want to use per se. I mean, it's not like there's nothing wrong with that, but literally the main thing that's on there is like ASMR. There's a few other people that do with like other gameplay obviously there too, like and things like that. I don't know, I've considered like maybe just dual streaming to the like there's nothing wrong with triple streaming to those other platforms too. But if it gives you any idea, I just pulled up the website out of curiosity, and the very first recommended stream was Own a Whole Review, The Smooth and Flat Girls Laboratory by some streamer who's, I guess, reviewing these products. And I'm like, that is not a thing that I needed to see today. So, like I'm saying, there's apparently a decent amount of normal content, but there's a lot of also just really weird content here. So I'm like, maybe I need to stay away from this. My PC can handle triple streaming for the most part. It cannot. It's more like can my bandwidth handle it? Have a Steel Vivian Maidenoid? I don't think I have Maidenoids installed or anything like that. We're using Deadman's Switch, so we're getting a lot of the Deadman's Switch stuff. I don't have to read that out. Yeah, I probably didn't need to read that out loud, but I was already this far into reading it. I was like, well, let's just commit to the stupidness of this. All I'm saying is that there are some things that do not need to be streamed, and I think, hey, look, if there's a platform for them, more power to them. I would never stream anything like that because I would be dead. So I just think it's kind of amusing in that regard. Oh my god, we have power again. Is there any easy way to light this up, or do I just add more outdoor lamps like this, like scatter an outdoor lamp like every couple feet or something? Like maybe you do like one every 1, 2. Let's see what's. I don't have floodlights. I think I don't think I have any mod with floodlights. Oh, I do have floodlights. Okay, we do floodlights. Okay. Thank you for the follow, Rusted Bartender. Hopefully you enjoy your time here. Let's see. Where is the floodlights? I do have floodlights, apparently. Can you rotate these? I guess you can't. I don't know. I guess I'll just put one here, and we'll just see how that looks. Sometimes I don't really like where most of these are kind of located, but they do have a lot of light. We'll just throw one of those on each side. Should probably be fine. So anyways, yeah, there's a lot of like weird stuff out there, and so that's kind of why I'm not really interested in streaming to that platform right now, but maybe I'll just give it a shot to like maybe extend my reach. But for the most part, I'm generally comfortable with being on Twitch and YouTube. I do wish YouTube was a little bit more, like YouTube was pushing me a little bit more, but it's really hard to do good on YouTube unless you also make like edited content, and I don't really make that much edited content nowadays just because I'm very busy with a lot of too many different hobbies. Like I've mentioned before, like, wow, yeah, look at me, I'm doing photography now, and photography, cool as it is very you know, it's a very time-consuming thing, and I do go out to places to take photos and stuff like that. Oh, anyways, we're about to be attacked, so this will be kind of interesting. I don't think our soldiers are there fast enough, so this will be a little rough. I do need to add another autocannon turret to this side. Did we finally build the Aurora Core? We did! Beautiful! Now let's get that up and running. Let's do this. We don't need this. I do want to get the... Now that we have this, I should be able to build plasma confinement. What does it say? AR Persona Core implant is probably fine. Why do we need this? Use some fat YouTube bucks. I don't even get paid on YouTube. Like, unironically, like one of the things that like has always bothered me is that to get paid on YouTube, you need 500 subscribers on YouTube. I have not hit that threshold despite while you know, in the past year or so I've been streaming on YouTube because oh shoot, we're accidentally friendly firing. I gotta turn these off. And that's kind of the main problem too. Like, yeah, if you want to get like stuff like that, you have to be a okay, we're accidentally friendly firing, which is really annoying, but we gotta do what we can to save them. Maybe if they would stop walking in front of us, this would be fine. I mean, we just let them die and then we'll go rescue them once they're dead. Let's get the beaters up here. They can protect everyone. All right. Infestation's candled. Let's go rescue whoever we can. I think the solution is whoever's a doctor has to stick around and start tending to these injuries as best as we can without medicine. And then everyone who else otherwise try to rescue them as fast as we can, but because they have a lot of injuries, this might be not feasible. We'll just see if this is possible. So we'll rescue you. We'll rescue you. So yeah, that's kind of the thing with the YouTube. Is like, yeah, you can make a lot of money off of it, but apparently a lot of YouTubers don't even make that much money off of YouTube. Like, a lot of their money comes strictly from like sponsorships and whatnot, which makes sense. Like, I think it's really hard to make money just from like strict viewership. You basically need to earn your money through like sponsorships and whatnot. And I've only ever done like one paid sponsorship, and that was like when I did War Thunder a long time ago. And I think Immortal was like probably like the only person who successfully was able to do the requirements so that I could get paid from it. Other than that, I don't do paid sponsorships, mostly because nothing has ever come up that was interesting to me. I get a lot of emails sometimes about like, hey, have you thought about this paid sponsorship? And it's just like some kind of wacky like mobile game where it's got like gacha mechanics, and it's not even the cool ones. Like it's all like the IP slop, like this is Star Trek or this is Clash of Clans, and I'm like, I basically resolved to not stream gacha ever on this channel. The only time I would ever do so is if I for some reason am a voice actor in said game. Other than that, no, I have no intention of ever doing anything like that because I'd have no interest in it. I've always, like I said, I've always been of the opinion that I will, if I ever take a sponsorship for whatever reason, it has to be for a product or a service that I myself would play or consume, and that is like a hard requirement. Like if someone's like, hey, would you like to try our product or something, or you know, sponsor it, I'd be like, well, you gotta send me like a sample or something because I don't know what your product is. And that's like my hard requirement for that type of thing. No, that's kind of like, I think the only thing I'm willing to do is like maybe video games, but usually a lot of video games that I get sent are generally pretty good. So that's why, like, especially from Hooded Horse, like Hooded Horse is always really good. And I know a lot of the game ones, for the most part, my reward is getting the game for free, essentially by having a free key. Yeah, I'll take a Thrum Booty sponsorship. That seems reasonable. So yeah, basically it's like, for me, the best that I can get right now is I'll get sent game keys by various game companies, and the reward is getting the game for free. Like I got Company of Heroes 3 Final Stand for free, and I've actually been playing it a decent amount after the stream because it was fun. And I actually got an email from the same people asking if I wanted to apply to get a key for Company of Heroes Remastered, and I'm like, you know what? Sign me up, because I was probably gonna buy this anyways. If you don't know, they're remastering Company of Heroes 1 for the more modern age. I think it's called Definitive Edition or something, and it's supposed to come out, I think, I want to say in mid-September. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, I'd be totally down for this because this game is fantastic. By the long face, we're doing a big face because Fagoth did a redeem for a big face, which actually ended about like a minute ago, so I gotta switch back to normal size. I do not have these as toggles. I literally have to press them. I literally just manually adjust myself every time. So it'll be kind of interesting to see Company of Heroes 1 remastered. I will probably stream it like once or twice, and then probably not stream it again, because one thing I've learned about streaming is that you can kind of only play a game like maybe, except unless it's like a super regular thing that you do, you can only play a game like so many times before people want to see other things. That's why we don't do like a lot of Hoi 4 right now, even though I've been wanting to do some Hoi 4. Although I didn't buy the recent DLC, and I heard the recent DLC sucks, which kind of is unfortunate. So maybe we do City Skylines. I've been kind of having hankering for city building recently because I've been consuming a lot of, let's just say, walking and city and infrastructure videos for quite some time. And there is one game that's coming out by Hooded Horse that I really, really hope they give me a key for. It's this like really weird game called Junctions, and all it is, I kid you not, is just an intersection game where you have to build intersections to fix traffic. It's like you distill City Skylines, remove the city building aspect, and you just distill it down to building intersections. And I'm like, you know what? I want to know what this is about. And it looks super cool. I'm like, I actually want to play it. I'm weirdly into these types of games. I don't know what's wrong with me. Why do I like infrastructure stuff so much? Is it just fun watching things moving around? Maybe. Oh my goodness, we have a thing happening. Okay, so first and foremost, this needs to be... We need a... These wind turbines are having a bit of an issue. Why don't we just get rid of the floor like this so that they can't grow any more things there? Your CPA Ma wants you to get... No, it got into streaming because I saw other people doing it. I always wanted to try streaming. I actually did stream IRL content like a long time ago. face cam when I was doing like some other stuff, and so I was like, when VTubers came around, I was like, oh my god, I can become an anime character, and then so I became an anime character. I'm not even joking. That's basically what it was. And then I've just been at this. You kind of just get into it as part of like your daily routine, and so that's what it is. Oh no, I mean, I don't hide the face reveal thing. Like it's not like it's a very old video, so, and it's just I just kind of kept it up. I don't really care if people see it for the most part, but I'm not gonna actively advertise where to find it. Boomhouse and Steve are getting married. Okay, cool. So at least we got through that. Okay, I still need to deal with the other thing. Oh, can Marksman kill this thing? All right. What was I saying though? Yeah, that's kind of why. Yeah, as Ray said, I'm basically a weeb, and if you're a weeb, that just kind of happens. And from what that said, the internet regions like NA West and NA East, it's like Earth, Luna, Earth, Moon, L5, Sun, Earth, L4, and Mars. Well, I mean, in the far future, that's probably what's going to happen. You're going to have like localized internets, like, and maybe you'll be living on Alpha Centauri's planet, and you'll be watching 4-year-old, you know, TV shows from Earth. You know, imagine you leave Earth and you're like, man, now I gotta wait another 4 extra years before I can see the next Marvel movie or some shit like that. At least if I'm streaming from the moon, it's only like a 2-second delay. It's not that bad, right? You add like an extra 2 seconds to like the latency. You're probably not playing, you know, multiplayer games on the moon unless you're playing on a local moon land, but at the very least you can do that. How far out to watch TNG Fresh? What's TNG? Wrath. Yeah, Wrath. God. Star Trek. Oh, the new generation. Okay, I don't know. I never like really got into Star Trek. You know, it's really annoying because they actually added Star Trek to Magic the Gathering, and I'm still annoyed about that because I'm like, this should not be in Magic the Gathering. I'm one of those obnoxious Magic the Gathering purists. Me and Alpha Centauri sitting in crowd until the next Marvel movie releases. Because take 4 years to get the announcement to begin with. I mean, maybe they just announce. I mean, I could imagine them like sending the announcement and then sending the movie like right a little bit after the announcement. So you'd still like, as soon as you see the announcement, you only have to wait like a month before you get the announcement, before you actually see it. Like they'll send it at the same time as it comes out to the rest of the thing. MTG collabs are sure random. No, it's not random. You know why? They know exactly what they're doing because they're trying to appeal to a wider audience. So one of the things that they've talked about a lot in Magic the Gathering is they want to get a lot of new players in, and apparently it's really hard to get new players in when your entire game is just fantasy. So the best way to get players in is to pull them in with properties that they're familiar with. So that's why they've done things like The Walking Dead, Magic or Final Fantasy, Star Trek, Marvel. Marvel was like their big one this year, where there's like, yeah, they added like, they've done 2 Marvel sets like already. In Magic the Gathering, settings are called planes, like planes of existence, right? So they're usually unique and have different themes. Like one is called Kamigawa, that's like the Japanese themed plane. You have like Ikoria, which is like a kaiju themed plane. You have Dominaria, which is the primary mishmash fantasy setting plane. But one of the common jokes now is that we've had 3 sets in the past 2 years that take place in New York City, to the point where New York City is considered, like, people joke that New York City is the most common plane we've had in the last couple years, because they did I kid you not, they did a Spider-Man set, they did a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle set, and they did a Marvel set, all of which take place in New York. And I'm just like, man, it would be nice if we had literally, you know, main Magic the Gathering content instead of all this other garbage, but it's where we're at. And the Marvel set did sell like hotcakes, and everyone there's a lot of Marvel fans out there, so what are you gonna do? I don't care that much for that type of stuff in my Magic the Gathering. I like my Magic the Gathering to be, you know, Magic the Gathering, kind of keep it the same. AKA Gotham. I'm sure they'll one day do a DC collab, but I doubt it anytime soon. Oh, they gave us silver. Fantastic. So, I don't know. It's just really annoying seeing how it's happened. The card games are crazy. I've been wanting to get into Riftbound, but every time I look at Riftbound, I'm like, oh my god, the amount of money people are dumping into this game is crazy. Like, apparently, yeah, you can just pull like a signed Ultra Foil Ari, and you can sell it for like $3,000, and I'm like, oh lord, is this actually how this game works? Is it just like a money game? Do you need to have or something like that? But yeah, there's a lot of like crazy stuff in Riftbound. I think it'd be kind of cool to do, like, I would like to play Riftbound one day, but I just don't have time to play Riftbound is the other problem. So that's why I don't. There's the thing is, like, there's so many card games nowadays too. Like, it's kind of weird seeing, like, we're essentially in a weird card game renaissance where a lot of companies are doing their own TCGs, and I've played a bunch of them. Like, I've played Lorcana, I've played Riftbound, I would say I play Magic, and I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh. I cannot decipher modern Yu-Gi-Oh. Every time I look at modern Yu-Gi-Oh, I'm just like, can you just take me back to like the Synchro era, and I think I'll be happy. Modern Yu-Gi-Oh is like, I cannot understand. Why is the warg hunting Alana? Oh, there's a turret here. Maybe the turret will kill it. That's a very hungry warg. That warg is also not going to be able to chase after Alana. I think Alana's faster. Oh, I think the warg actually might be faster. You're gonna shoot this thing? Oh, no. Oh, Alana is not faster than the warg. That's unfortunate. Maybe we got to get Alana some new body parts. Alright, we'll have Zeoposer intercept here. Let's go large run and kill faction. Let's collect then try not have. Oh, okay, that seems like an interesting idea. Hopefully it goes well if you're able to pull it off. Card games don't target kids anymore. No, that's basically a fact. Card games target adults because adults have insane amounts of spending money. That's why. And on top of that, they basically take a lot of cues from like Pokemon and Magic, where you have chase cards that you can buy. You can get the normal card. I mean, okay, so here's the thing: the normal. Stop getting alerts because you're having PTSD. Sorry, nope. This is just how it is now. Okay, we're actually getting a lot of stuff here, which is great. Okay, what was I saying? So the thing is, with a lot of these card games, like, it's actually not a bad idea for these games to focus on having like a lot of high-end chase cards, because it means more boxes get opened, which means the normal types of these cards become a lot more accessible to everyone else. So it's actually not the worst idea to do it this way. That said, I still don't necessarily agree with having it be done that way. And a lot of these card games are just like so ridiculously expensive, it's not really worth playing. Thankfully, a lot of like the newer ones are still simple. Like Riftbound is really easy to pick up. I like Riftbound mechanically a lot. I think Riftbound is probably, from a pure gameplay perspective, Riftbound is probably my favorite. It is a lot of fun. They did a really good job with this League of Legends card game. Lorcana is easy enough to understand too. It's very simple and it feels a lot more relaxed. And there's even a really cool co-op mode where you work together to defeat like a major villain. And generally, you can just play Yu-Gi-Oh by learning your own deck and learning meta hand traps and learning nothing else. I mean, maybe that's the case, but like I said, last time I played Yu-Gi-Oh was like maybe, when did I last boot up Master Duel? Let me look that up. How about that? If I can figure out when I last booted up Master Duel, that's when I last played Yu-Gi-Oh. All right, I last booted up October 21, 2024. And I know exactly what I was playing because I was playing one, I don't really know meta. So I basically straight up played Zombie World. I played, which was super ineffective because I was playing a version of Zombie World that was popular in whenever the 5Ds era was. Then I was playing Six Samurai, which also is not very useful in this day and age. And then I was playing Shiranui, and Shiranui is like the only one that I know how to play almost from memory because I liked that archetype a lot because you were basically synchro chaining. Yeah, I think we were playing together. Yeah, when you were playing like your Dark Magician deck, crazy stuff, shenanigans. So there's a lot of like Yu-Gi-Oh. I don't mind Yu-Gi-Oh from, but I just can't really play it. They added more stuff, did they? Hold on. Six Samurai. Let's see what the new Six Samurai shenanigans are going on in the Yu-Gi-Oh verse. Let's see here. Let's see. Last time they added something was, let's see, Alliance Instinct was 2025. So they did add new stuff. Battle of Legends. So this was 2026. Okay, so they actually did add new stuff, huh? I don't know what the new Six Samurai stuff is, unfortunately. But yeah, those are like the archetypes I played, and I'm pretty sure they didn't add anything to Shiranui, which is the archetype I personally like to play the most, because you just kind of, it was very easy to play, and you kind of synchro up fairly quickly, and your boss monster was just like a giant generic beat stick type thing that also lets you revive a lot of things and deal with your opponent's board. So it was cool stuff. I'm not crazy. It's just basic dark magic. Weren't you playing like that pentuple magician thing? I vaguely remember you were playing some kind of like pentuple magician mechanic, and I was like, I have no idea what was going on in this. A Ratkin caravan has arrived. There's a combat supplier trade ship. Okay, well, let's go talk to the combat supplier trade ship. Here we go. They don't have a... Do they have a TFG module? Nope. Do they have a Persona core? Nope. Okay. Can I dismantle a Persona weapon into a Persona core? That's not a thing, right? I guess we have to buy the H3 in Deuterium again, so let's go refill that. That's fine, I think. Let's do that real quick. Oh, that's right. I forgot they had a VTuber archetype. Oh, I played Dragon Maids in Yu-Gi-Oh! For a little bit. I thought those were kind of cute. But anyways, yeah, there's a lot of card games out there that are a lot of fun to play, but obviously I don't have time to play all these. I will say I really like there's another card game I like. Can't remember. Oh, Flesh and Blood. Yeah, so what are the main card games nowadays? I think the main popular competitive ones in the West are like, it's Magic, Riftbound, Lorcana, Pokemon. I think One Piece is still popular. Oh, there's like Gundam TCG nowadays too. Yeah, every property is just having their own TCG, and it's crazy. And there's even, and obviously there's VTuber ones too. Like there's Oshi Push and V Card. There's so many of these like crazy card games. The reason I haven't done like an unboxing for a card game in a long time, like for Magic, is that these boxes are expensive. And that's the main reason I have not done anything like that. I think it'd be kind of cool to, for example, do a opening of a sealed, maybe, you know, Magic the Gathering Final Fantasy box, but they are pricey, to the point where I'm like, I may not be willing to pay that much for a box of Magic the Gathering cards. Is there a new Naruto TCG? I actually have cards from the original Naruto TCG hanging around. I had no idea how to play it. I didn't understand the whole thing like chakra and whatnot, but that is kind of nuts. So I don't know. I don't know. It's just kind of crazy for me to see. There's like all this many different TCGs nowadays, and you're spoiled for choice on which one you might want to play. So I don't know, pick whichever one you kind of vibe with and play that, right? But for me, Magic the Gathering is kind of my thing. As much as Magic has changed in ways that I don't necessarily like, I think the core gameplay of Magic the Gathering is still really good, and that's why I still actively enjoy playing the game whenever I can. But make of that what you will. Also, let's trade with these people. We'll have a lot of trade. We'll see what they got. Maybe they got something good. What do you got? Guests of ours? Trade goods. All right. I would like to go buy, let's see. A bionic elbow blade. Okay, that's a thing. Everything sounds better when, yeah, it really does. If you're cleaning your ears, that's why we always clean my ears a lot, so that I can hear things properly. Feels great, don't it? Don't need the mask. Don't need the survival rifle. A lot of excess combat suits I didn't want to keep. Let's get rid of some of the shields. We don't need as many shields. I'll take their gold to balance that out. The gracious chest. We'll take a book. I do like having more books. Testimonies of Setsuko, which actually does give you melee skill. Buddha's musings on weaponry. Oh, because according to the front cover, Bjorn Buddha Dieterson wrote this. Okay, so his nickname was Buddha. All right. That seems probably fine. Social skill trainer is probably solid as well. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, a different Buddha. Let's go take this in. I need a social. Who needs social development? Alana's already like, we'll go to Alana. What's the next MTG collab? So they just released Hobbit, and then the next one is Star Trek. And then there's 3 more unannounced for next year, but there is a significant belief, I think, that I can't remember. Let's see. I think there's some belief that we might be getting a we already had Avatar: The Last Airbender, right? So we might be getting I'm blanking out on here. I remember reading somewhere, I think it was like I want to say SpongeBob, what might have been like was like a theory that was going around too. And then I know we're likely going to get another Marvel set, so most likely this next we'll probably get like X-Men or something. It's gonna be annoying to see more Marvel slop, but what are you gonna do? Can't really do much about it. It's kind of funny whenever I see people play MTG trying to Yu-Gi-Oh! And vice versa. I've seen those videos. They are kind of interesting because they're very different, right? Like I said, I don't mind Yu-Gi-Oh! I just don't like playing modern Yu-Gi-Oh! For me, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is at its... So the thing... Here's my complaint about Yu-Gi-Oh! And I'm gonna try to explain this best I can. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a game that has gotten exponentially faster with every single set. Basically, what happens is they'll have a meta, then they'll release a card that counters the current meta, but turns out that card is so generically strong that they have to keep adding new cards to help, you know, beat up that older card, and like to just be, you know, because whenever they make a new set, they have to make it powerful so people want to bind the new cards. And so it's like this never-ending cycle. That's why they have to keep retraining old cards so that they can be viable in the modern era. Well, here's one example, right? Also, hello, Charles Darls. One example is the card called Nibiru. So if you don't know what Nibiru is, and this is going to be probably confusing to anyone who doesn't play Yu-Gi-Oh! There's a card in Yu-Gi-Oh! Called Nibiru. It looks like this. It's called Nibiru. I think it's the Primal Being. Okay, it's this big old rock, right? It's this big fat rock. The main thing that this does is that if your opponent summons 5 or more times in a single turn, you contribute all of your opponent's monsters to summon this. And then basically destroy your opponent's entire board with this one card. Right? So when they made this, a lot of the combo decks were summoning 5 or more times in a turn because they had no check and balance. Then they released Nibiru, and now everyone's trying to, you know, end their turn with 4 or less summons in a given turn. And now when they make new archetypes, they have to try to get through 5. Yeah, they try to get to their boss monster by 4 summons or less. And so it just makes the game faster and faster, and it's like this non-stop self-feeding cycle of a constantly accelerating card game. And so that's why I don't really enjoy Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I like playing Yu-Gi-Oh! When it's more of a... And there's also like hand traps. Like trap cards don't really matter anymore because you put a trap card, your opponent 99% of the time has a card that's going to destroy it without you being able to interact with whatever they're doing. Like some kind of hand trap is usually like what it is nowadays, because at least a card in hand is not a card on board that can be destroyed. So I don't like modern Yu-Gi-Oh! With all the hand traps and whatnot. For me, peak Yu-Gi-Oh! Is Synchro era 5Ds and maybe up to Exceed era. Once you get to Links, I'm tuned out. I don't care anymore. Once you get to what is that one, Pendulums? I don't care anymore. I stopped caring about I don't care about Yu-Gi-Oh! I'll rewatch Yu-Gi-Oh! I actually like rewatching the anime recently. I've been seeing this one person on Twitter who's been redrawing Weevil Underwood as like a girl, like an anime girl, and I'm just like, oh my god, this is so funny. Oh my god. Let's see. I don't know if I can find it, but it was like one of the most interesting things I've seen the past couple days. It's like a very smug, bratty Weevil Underwood, and it is definitely one of the more... Let's see here. I found it. Let's see. It was like... It looks like this, like modern Weevil. Say goodbye to Exodia! And I'm just like, you know what? This is definitely some high quality content, unironically. You know what I mean? Like, okay, this, oh my god, let's go away, X. So, yeah, there's some interesting stuff. I know exactly which video you're talking about, the modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Trap Tricks one. The thing is, like, I know people, oh wait, I can be normal face again, hold on. I could have been normal face like 20 minutes ago, like 10 minutes ago. I actually know people unironically who kind of act like Weevil. You want to know, here's my, you want a boomer anime take? You want to hear my I guess not maybe a boomer anime take, but it's more like a anime take of decency. If you wear, unironically, an Ahegao hoodie, my respect for you drops immediately. And unless we're already friends, I probably don't want to, I would probably not want to interact with you if you're wearing an Ahegao hoodie, because it's just, especially like I've been to anime cons. If you're wearing at an anime con, it's still a little weird because there's kind of kids hanging around, but whatever. It's an anime con. Anime people are gonna be weird. That's fine. But I remember going to an anime con in LA. It was Anime Expo, and because you know, you got to get food, you got to go walk around town and all that stuff in LA, you know, to and from the convention center, whatever. There are people, literally, I'll be at a cafe trying to get like a breakfast thing to eat before I go to the convention, and there's just like, here's a dude with his Ahegao hoodie, just full blast for everyone to just kind of gawk at, and I'm just like, all right, man, you do you, but maybe there's better places to be wearing this type of thing. Modern Yu can make a strong anime as long as they just hyper interactive decks to showcase. I mean, that would be not a bad idea. I think that like Red Karibo, who makes the Yu-Gi-Oh, like, you know, character fight, but modern Yu-Gi-Oh is a lot of fun. Also, looking at cost count, once you can get close to your PC. Trust me, my PC is already chugging. Like, we're capping out like at 50, 60 TPS. If we double speed it, we can usually get like 100. Oh, I've been meaning to do this thing. I keep forgetting. Oh, so I completely forgot to read this, but we are now in the Umbra. The celestial entity has begun to cross the center of the sun. The planet has been plunged into a deep, freezing twilight. Solar generators are now struggling to produce power, and surface flora is dying. Rely on artificial lights and indoor heating to survive the coming black. Unfortunately, my indoor growing op is kind of non-existent, and so we might be running into a problem. Thankfully, it is still warm enough that we can... Oh, actually, no, we just can't grow. Unless we put, like, artificial lights. I don't remember if I updated this thing, but if you... Oh, hold on. But if you go to this link, and you go to the top right, there's a button that says mod list. And if you can find Ratkin on there, then that is the current mod list. I could install Realistic Darkness, but I don't. I'm too lazy to install it. I probably should at some point, though, yeah. I know someone has sound because their mom bought it without looking at it closer, and they just saw anime. Oh, that's even more awkward. Because then you have to explain to them, like, what is an Ahegao? God, can you imagine having to explain that to, like, your parents? Like, what is an Ahegao? Oh, it's a face that people sometimes make. God, that's so cursed. Oh, I gotta figure out what to... Okay, hold on. I forgot this one should be a guest bed at the very least. At least we have that. I should have a lot of guest beds, which is great. I've been meaning to do this event. Hold on. So I've been meaning to summon the Diabolos, but I keep forgetting. So I think we'll just have Immortal call it in, and we can maybe just beat it up. The HH mask and hoodie. What do you say? Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, there's always gonna be people that are wearing weird stuff, and you can't really do much about that. They're just gonna be a little weird no matter what you do. All right, let's go call in this thing so we can upgrade Immortal's thing. So summon the Diabolos threat. Sure, 1 Diabolos and 3 Militaurs should be easy enough for us to rip apart. That's not that hard. And then we can continue upgrading our shenanigans and whatnot. We also need to figure out what to do to get the Hound Station, Trash Pan, Automatroids, Perimeter Scanners. Oh, wait, what is this cool turret? Hold on. It is called a Mark 44 Bushmaster 2 autocannon. Uses tongue steel, 200 rounds per minute. Fires big autocannon. Okay, well, the Diabolical Summon. Okay, that's fine. So I kind of want to slap some of those down because these sound really fun. Ooh. Oh, that is a big chunky boy. Counterpoint, install the gate. Oh my god, this thing is huge. Let's see. A large caliber multi-barreled machine gun turret typically used in spacecraft and maritime ships. High rate of fire and devastating suppression. What does this thing do? 1,000 round capacity that use. Okay, so if I were to make this, that's just all steel, right? That's not that bad. Okay, but 1,000 watts of power. This needs a lot of things that I don't have. What is this RP? What is this rounds per minute? Oh. Okay, I see. What do I need to build this again? I need 300 tongue steel, 15 stamponents. Okay, so hold on. So we can make tongue steel, which is not too difficult. We have enough chem fuel, I think, hopefully to make more of these. Maybe not. I think we need to start ripping wood into... Okay, hold on. This one is now also going to store wood. Hold on, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to make another storage unit here. Because what I need now... I think we're going to use... industrial... small steel crate, and we're gonna fill this with wood. Basically, excess wood goes in here, and then we can use this device to turn excess chem fuel into wood. So that'll at least make this a little easier. Hello, Marksman, what are you looking for? Oh, did you want more bionic parts to replace your missing what are you missing? Are you missing anything? Oh, I guess you have a stab scar on your leg. I guess we can make another leg then. Sure. Oh, right. I forgot. I think Airman Joker was missing a leg, right? Yeah, we should probably get him his leg now. Okay, Airman Joker, let's get you a leg. You've been missing this poor thing for far too long. There you go. Okay. Just go to DMSN, opening up all the loot. Wait, you can't just make a fire control system? You actually have to... Oh, hold on. There's the Diabolos has arrived. Okay, let's do that real fast. Okay, so let's get everyone into the safety zone. And let's get everyone with a gun ready to go blast this thing into pieces. Now, we should be able to handle this in theory. It's 1 Diabolos and 3 Militores. The Diabolos is probably the scariest thing because it does have the stupid Charge Blaster turret and Hellspawn turret, but it should be doable. In the meanwhile, let's have Alana maybe do this surgery on Marksman at some point once you survive this. Where are you, anyways? You go over there. We'll have Alana do this surgery in a second. You pick these up. 2 bionic legs, okay. I do not have the Odyssey mod for DMS. Okay. Are they gonna approach us, or do I have to blast a few things on top of them? Alright, where is Lana? Time to get these surgeries done. Okay, let's go over here real quick. I don't know if they ever approach us. I guess if they approach us, we'll deal with that. Okay, so we're gonna have you drop these legs, and then... we're gonna bionic. I think I forgot to allow advanced bionics on this list. No, it is there. What? Why can't we haul this? Okay, let's get Airman Joker over here. Yeah, let's get you in here. I don't know why I can't do these surgeries. Missing medicine and legs, but we have the legs, but we're not hauling the legs. It's just extra weird. Oh, we'll figure it out in a second. Okay. Alright, Charles Darls, because we already have a spare pawn, you get to be this one. The name is Valania Edelweiss, who is dealing with an infection, but you'll probably be fine. So, congratulations on your new hiring. Why is that sexually large? Hello there, how are you doing? Oh, Google's auto-translating it. Konnichiwa. Okay, there we go. That'll be fine. Yeah, so you can be this one. This is a... let's see what this person's backstory is. The Ratkin Poor Kid. You're 15 years of age. Okay, actually, hold on. This is really weird. Wait. Your chronological age is 14 years and 2 quadrums, but your biological age is 15 years and 1 quadrum. How does that work? Did you time travel? You might have time traveled. Do I have any snipers I can just shoot out there? Hold on. Okay, Space Case does have... maybe once Space Case is not dying, we can probably have Space Case too. I am running out of bullets. What is this using? 92 SR? Okay, I think I don't have any 92 SRs. I gotta make more. Here we go. Yeah, I gotta set this to like do until we have 200. I think all these need to be like until we have 2,000 rounds each. That way we don't ever run out. Do until 2,000. Yeah, that's why we're running out of rounds for a lot of our shenanigans. Make sure we have all that, and we should be good to go. Oh, again, the robots are dying of infections for some reason. It doesn't make sense. Ratkins are nice. They are really nice. I do enjoy using the ratkin. It doesn't make sense that the robots are getting infections. This should not be happening. I think something's broken. Let's just turn that off and just resurrect this thing, and then we'll just have Immortal reassign to this thing. Take control. Get the knights up and running because I'm gonna need them. So whoever's probably fighting capable, get these two. Is Riston naked? Wait, why is Santh naked? His armor broke. Okay, let's get you red combat suit at least. Oh, well, bio age and chronological age should still be the same. Oh, I guess maybe that's the case. Yeah, I didn't think about that. All right, let's go deal with this. They're approaching now, so we'll just kill them. Shouldn't be too difficult. We have guns. They have guns. We have bullets. They got bullets. We can also get you a thing. Let's get you... Oh, bandwidth support. Let's get this one. That sounds like fun. Bandwidth support seems solid. Okay. Alright, so turrets are doing their job. We're gunning them down. The Diabolus is going to go blast this poor mini turret to death. Oh. That was a lot deadlier than I thought. Okay, that's... Okay, well, hopefully we can kill the small ones before they approach us. Once that Diabolus starts targeting, we'll probably worry about it. For the most part, we can probably just keep gunning this down. If you take it off. What do you mean? Yeah, I don't want... We can't keep them naked. They gotta have clothes. They need clothes. Oh! Oh no! My potatoes! Oh! Hello, hello! Run! Okay. Alright, just try to bait with... Okay, we gotta get Riston out of here. Alright, we did it. We killed it. Alright, let's undraft. Yeah, not my potatoes. Alright, let's undraft here. Alright, we're fine. Riston's a little injured, but he'll probably be okay. And then, can we finally get these other things figured out? Okay, haul these legs in here. Haul this one too. Okay, where's Alana? We're gonna wake up Alana. We're gonna do the surgeries now so we don't forget. Alright. So, I do have some mods that do that. I just don't have them installed, personally. So... that's kind of the main issue. Okay, so that should be fine. Okay, it's really okay. So I see. You're speaking in the whole. Okay, so the problem is that YouTube is auto translating all of the messages in Japanese to English for me on my screen, which is why I'm not realizing that you're speaking in Japanese and not in English. Sorry. All right, let's see here. Let's get... So Marksman's got that surgery done. So who's the other one? Airman Joker needed the surgery, right? Where are you? Get back in here. I gotta give you your new legs. Today nothing, potato. Today nothing, fried potato. Exactly. You know what's funny? I actually do want some fried potatoes right now. I mentioned this to Raid the other day, but I have been recently having a weird hankering for a baked potato with like chili on it, and I have not. The only place I know where to get a baked potato is Wendy's. I don't want to go to Wendy's for a baked potato. I just want, like, I see those YouTube videos of like those potato stands in Britain where they'll just load it up with like chicken and cheese and sour cream and butter and everything else you could want. I'm like, man, I really want one of those. We've used the bayonet charge on the Ratkin rifle a few times, yeah. But we're not using the Ratkin rifles anymore. We've kind of upgraded to Ratkin assault rifles, so it's not as necessary for us to be using them anymore. Yeah. All right, I do need to use the restroom again because I've been chugging a ton of water. Let me chop down all the trees though, because I do need these wood. The wood is going to be used to fuel our chem fuel industry because we need it desperately to make more tung steel so we can make another escort lifter, and we got to research the signal chip, so we'll have Immortal. So Immortal is fairly intelligent enough, I think, to do this, so we'll have Immortal just do this thing. Analyze the signal chip and we'll start ripping these apart. Okay, and my foot's asleep. Oh god. Alright, let the game run. Just bake a potato. You think I just have potatoes? Like, listen, I'll just want one potato, but I don't want to buy a whole bag of potatoes because I'm not gonna want to eat that many potatoes. Actually, I'm lying. I would probably actually eat that many potatoes. You can use so chem fuel only comes from wood, organics like foods, or fecal such. Now technically you could butcher a human into meat and then you could convert it into chem fuel, but that seems a little excessive and not something I'm really interested in doing right now. So it's not something it is something we can do. It's not something that I will do, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so that should be fine. We'll have to rebuild our defenses again. We did lose. You know what? Can I add that big fat turret up there? Can you imagine if I just had that big giant, what is that thing called? What if I just had a gatekeeper here in this corner? But I don't know where to get a fire control system, so maybe we just have to put a Mark IV. Mark IV Bushmaster seems like a solid option. Oh, you know what we should do? Since once we get enough power, what I do want to do is I want to put this shield system. We have access to big giant shield projectors, and these will allow us to, well, protect us from all sorts of nasty little things. So if we can get a few of these built up, I think we'll be well protected in basically every part of the colony. So this is probably like a future major project. The main issue is that this requires a metric ton of plastic that we just don't have access to. And so that's kind of like the biggest issue. If we can get more plasteel, it'll be fine. But again, plasteel is few and far between for now. Let's maybe stop getting... What are we mining out of this? Yeah, you can't mine plasteel out of this, which is annoying. Yeah, this the only way to make more plasteel is with more chem fuel. And the only way to make more chem fuel is to chop down more trees and take the wood and then dump them into this storage crate here. So we gotta do what we gotta do to get our industry up and running. So we'll let that run for a second. I'm gonna use the restroom. I think I can let the game run at 2x speed and it should be fine. Hopefully nothing bad happens. All right, we'll zoom out. Let's see, what do we want to zoom in on? Let's do this honor festival. Let's have everyone gather for a festival here. No, I normally do run with Rimfeller, but for this run, since we're already running DMS and industry, I did not want to use Rimfeller. And I definitely don't want to use the vanilla expanded interpretation of these mods. All right, I'll be right back. I'm fixing my headset real quick, but I think we're fine. I saw like red fires on my screen because I kind of had my stream open up on my phone. I was just kind of checking it, and yeah, I saw a lot of fire symbols, and I like came back as fast as I could, and I saw, oh, it's just a bunch of mad boomlopes. I think we're fine, because thankfully I did have turrets set up on that side of the map, so it was not that scary. We were fine. We were, as the kids like to say, we were very Gucci. We were very poggered. God, I don't even know why I say that. Kids don't say that type of crap anymore. Kids say like weird words. God, I hate the degradation of the English language with modern day like internet slang. I know it's already I know I'm being hypocritical about that, but oh my god, it's just really bad. Hello. Yes, I'm moving the thingy. Don't worry. I'm getting out of the hot pot. I got out of the hot pot. It'll be fine. See, this is why we have these autocannon turrets, because they are sure. The new tag is Onk. Alright, welcome to Onka Gaming. Time to kick back in a chair with a beer or something, and I don't know. Why did your friend send you Mr. Beast pics? What? I just want to say, without any context, that sounds really questionable. What do you mean you got sent Mr. Beast pics? The hack? There's a Mr. Beast hack? What? Oh my god, wait, hold on. I can make all the cool, Oh my god. Yeah, I want to get some new tech. Wait, hold on. Let me check something real quick. I need to see if this town is ready for trade again. Did they restock yet? Yes. Okay, fantastic. Let's go. I should restock too, right? 4.4. Okay. Let's send a small caravan out to Shosho and maybe we get something. Why is Ziryu running? What is Ziryu running from? No. Well, is there a while? Okay. Oh, the Mr. Beast scam. Got it. Okay. Your colony was attacked by infestations, but you trap them inside and burn them all, and then put it in fire and turn them into chem fuel. It's not a bad idea, because you can turn them, you can turn corpses, yeah, if you turn them, you butcher them, you turn the meat into a chem fuel. That's not a bad idea, honestly. I see you two are a fan of the the burning the insects alive, the hothouse method. God, I remember. Oh, okay, it's just a boomalope. I used to do that a lot too. Like I remember like early on when I used to build kill boxes, I was a big fan of the hot room style kill box where you kind of funnel them into like a giant tunnel, and then once they're ready, you sealed off the back end, and then you just burn them all alive. That was, I mean, it was an effective way of dealing with them that didn't require you to, you know, actually put your colonists at risk. Just a little bit of fire with maybe a Molotov, and you're good to go. Was it unnecessary? Yeah, probably, but it worked. Okay, it worked really well. Okay, so we're like now 2.5 days into this stage of the Umbra. Are we gonna be okay power-wise? So the only thing that's saving us is that these 5 wind turbines are producing 35k basically a pop, combined with the other wind turbines that are producing about another 7.5, 15k. So we're fine on power for now, but it's still a little concerning, which is not ideal. Also, I thought this couch was supposed to be modular. Oh, it is modular. Oh shoot, I have to do it like this. I think I need to get rid of this mod. I don't think there's really a need to have this modular couch. The more I look at this thing, this seems really dumb. But you could kind of be like, oh, I wanna combine my couches together. So now I can make a big couch. Look at that. Now we got the big TV couch. Look at that. Okay. What's the next thing we have to do? We need to make stamponents, which will allow us to manufacture tungsteel. I don't think we're gonna be able to build that other thing, so I think we're just gonna not bother, and we're gonna start building the other turrets instead. Actually, shields. I think we put more autocannons, one on each side, and then we need to build out a shield facility, which I think I'll put actually kind of over here. Seems reasonable. So let's reclaim the soil here. That'll be fully sealed up. Tox gas. I've never. Okay, so here's my thing. I've never actually played with tox gas anything. I like tox pack. Wait, is this thing? Oh, I just realized that the toxic waste packs in this thing actually do degrade over time. I did not realize that. How do I get rid of polluted soil? Is there a way to get rid of polluted soil? Set a zone. Oh, pollution removal. Oh, okay, thank goodness. That's a lot better. All right, let's do that. Fantastic. That's a lot easier. So I should be able to just order this one to do it, and that's fine. Okay, so I threw some pollution over at this like angry tribals. They'll probably come over and attack us. That'll be fine. Oh, that is a very slow process. I think this is why we need more bots. Okay, so we will try to build an escort lifter. And then we'll see how long that takes to build, but it shouldn't take that long. The main thing is that I need to give Immortal slightly more bandwidth capacity, which will require us to research basic mech tech 2 or standard mech tech, which will then give us access to wetware hypothesis, which is I think what I actually want. Or we can even get heavy automatrons. Let's just get all this. That should be fine. It shouldn't take that long to get all this. No, but I don't like looking at my ugly tiles. I want it to be pretty. I want it to be pretty all the time. I don't like it when it's ugly. Listen, we're all about aesthetics. Why are these two fighting? Good luck trying to kill Ray. Oh my goodness, Ray's actually bleeding. Oh, yikes. Who is Goblin? Why this person's been here the entire time and he refuses to leave? How do I make him leave? He's not a guest. I think this guy's just stuck. How do I get this guy out of here? Oh, I'm gonna just send him to the world map. They can figure it out. No, he didn't have paralytic abasia. He was just stuck there. I'm just gonna yeet him away and they'll be fine. They weren't part of a quest. You know what? Maybe there is one more thing here. There is an ancient danger. Maybe we can find a persona core there. Once it's daytime, we'll try to go in there and we'll see what we can find. But I'm hoping we find a persona core. It makes sense if you toxic gas because it completely wrecks people's breathing, consciousness, and inflicts a stupid amount of pain. And that's for the got it. Okay. Aristocrats in the crosshairs. If we're willing to save them, they'll give us a silent neuroformer, plasteel, and an anti-matter mortar shell. That seems really good, except for the fact that I have to deal with a mech cluster, and I don't really want to deal with a mech cluster. You have to keep them for 25 days. Keep their mood above 40%. That seems a little difficult for our current situation and not something that I really want to do. No thanks, I think we're good, fam. Don't think that's really necessary for us to do. Our power situation is still a little messy, though. Like, whenever there's low wind, I think what I need to do is I need to add more batteries. Our battery situation is a little wacky, so what if I add more 16K batteries? And then we do need to move these guys out of here. We have 3 more people that need to... Hold on, I can move one of them out. Hold on. Let's move Nahil out of here. And then at that point, there's only 2 more people that need to be moved out, and we can finally get that room repurposed for other, more important things. So I think this room should probably have, like, white lights. We had guests, and they were very unhappy. Well, that sucks. Okay. Gotta get rid of all this, like, extra things. There's, like, so much stuff in this colony I gotta, like, move. Okay, here's... So I can dump wood in this crate. This entire crate's goal is to just carry wood, so that's fine. And then... Once we chop down more trees and we haul that in, it should be fine. Hopefully the lifters will start doing their job and we should be okay. So anyways... I think we'll probably do this colony for like a few more streams, then we'll finally be done with it, and then we can move on and explore other adventures. VE, you're cycling, you toss out some damage radioactive packs into your kill box mainly forbade any dead bodies from the area. So you turned it into a decay and rot chamber where everything just slowly rots away and dies. Is what it sounds like. Okay, that's, I mean, it seems a little unnecessarily cruel, but I mean, I get it. And I won't do anything with this. Attract the geochilone threat. Requires 7 hours. Okay. How do I... Oh, okay, so if we get the standard mech tech, we should be able to get the upgrade for Immortal to get slightly more capacity, I think. Yeah, bandwidth packs. Okay, we'll make Immortal a super bandwidth spurt person. That should be fine. Can you stop working on this thing? This thing does not need any more maintenance. Thank you very much. Turn off auto repair. Okay. So is there any other thing? Is there any other person that's missing limbs that needs new limbs? I know Marksman just got a bunch of new body parts. Ranu, let's get you a brain stimmy. I think all we can do right now for Ranu is at least try to turn that on with a brain stimulator. Because unfortunately, the brain repair... Well, hold on. If we give Luciferium, does that remove brain scars? Luciferium. Let's see. What if we put them in a bioregen pod, a biosculptor? Oh, wait, if you have Glitterworld medicine, you can do it. But I think our Glitterworld medicine got consumed for some stupid reason. The problem is we don't have a healer mech serum. And I can't really... Well, hold on, let me check. I think we might actually be able to manufacture this healer. Okay, I don't know if I had a mod that allowed me to make healer mech serums, but it doesn't seem like it. So what are my options if I don't have access to healer mech serum? Let's go trade with the other colony nearby. Let's see what we can find. Maybe we'll get lucky. It's from a small caravan. We'll send in... let's see. Send in Ristin and Airman Joker. Send in 3 of the Muffalo, and then we'll carry along... Oh, I'm running out of like portable meals, surprisingly enough. I think all of our pemmican's running out. I might need to make more pemmican. 10 simple meals is fine. And then we're going to grab basically every wool that we have that we're not using. We can sell off for fat amounts, except obviously keep this stuff here. Everything else is not necessary. Yeah, let's grab that. And then it's a short trip anyways. You can heal our mechs from ancient dangers. There is an ancient danger. You know, let's go explore this ancient danger. Screw it. We have this. Let's go see what's in here. I actually want to know what's in here anyways. They got guns, they got bullets. As long as they got firearms, we should be fine. I'm gonna put... Yes, go here. You don't have bullets, so we don't have you go in there yet. Okay. Let's go deal with this thing. We'll have... Who's a builder? One of these guys has to be a builder. I don't even check who's who anymore. I just kind of go with it. All right. This ancient danger should have something if we're lucky. Let's see what we got. All right. So Xanth is a builder, so we'll have Xanth open the door, or crack it open, I guess. But before you do that, hold on, let's... Oh, never mind, too late. Did not expect that to open so quickly. Oh, Lord. Oh, they're multiplying. Okay. Well, at least it was just a bunch of flesh bags. That's not too bad. You deconstructed that wall way faster than I was anticipating, so that's kind of the problem. I was like, oh, okay, we're just gonna rip through this. You also start finishing these off real quick. I mean, we could keep them, but I don't think I want to keep any of these. Okay, and then finish up this other one. All right. We'll have, let's go in here. Okay, this has a advanced bionic eye, which I'm not going to complain about. All right, we got to crack this open. So I think what we're going to do is I'm going to have Xanth walk in, open that door, and pray you don't explode. And we'll have guns standing outside the door just in case. Okay. Okay, thank goodness they're all innocents who just need to be rescued. Let's rescue you, and we'll rescue you, the one named Coconut. Let's get them out of here. Undraft the rest of you, And I'll have you quickly haul that eye back inside. Not too bad. Unfortunately, we did not find the thing I was looking for, but at least some of these corpses for some reason are carrying pemmican and other fun toys. So we'll keep that as well. This one has a lot of pemmican. We need to like restock our food supplies. Yeah, we're basically out of pemmican now, so we gotta figure out how to resupply our pemmican stockpile. The problem is pemmican requires meat and vegetables, and I have a lot of apples. And I was going to use these apples for alcohol. Never gotten around to doing that. I think we should probably fix that. Let's start making alcohol. Let's start making alcohol. I think we can do it. Let's dismantle this. Don't need this or this or this. We can get rid of this room. And then we'll move this heater inside of here. Keep the alcohol production room nice and stable. And we'll put a nice door like that. Okay. You can't buy healer maximums. I basically don't let people buy things except for limbs for the most part. Limbs are the only thing that people can really buy nowadays. That's kind of what I've decided is going to be the best way to approach the game. Okay. So why can't we do wetware hypothesis? I've always wondered like why this thing doesn't like being researched. Wetware computer. Okay, so I need a wetware computer. What the heck is a wetware computer? Is it a thing I need to build? What is a wetware computer? You need to research a wetware computer is what this seems like the problem is, which means I probably have to do that next engagement. Okay, that's fine. We'll undraft you. Hopefully these have been tended to, they'll be fine. Okay. What I should be able to do is build the upgrade for Immortal, so Immortal should be able to start being able to use more stuff. Oh my gosh, we have grenade launchers. I'm not seeing it though. Like, where is this thing? Ratkin stuff, don't really care. Drone packs, tac vest, operator helmet. Is this the one? Mech bandwidth +9. Okay. Oh, but this needs a... What is a T? What are these items that it needs? Why is DMS so complex? I mean, that's kind of what I expected, but I'm like, I don't know what half of these are. Okay, so what I want here. What's the mod for the traits? Which one? I don't remember. Just like, you should be able to look at the mod list and look up what mods I'm using. Sell all this, keep the medicine, take their medicine, sell the alpaca wool, take their plasteel is fine. Don't need the uranium. Don't have anything I really want. A mechaneural arm is 115% efficiency, so it's not as good as a bionic arm, but it's still not bad. So I guess we'll just take hard dragon scale thrombo battle axe. Sounds super hardcore. I don't really want any of these is the problem. I'd rather just take the money, but they don't have any gold. I guess they can buy their gold. And then I do need the chem fuels. I guess I take their chem fuel. That seems about like a good enough trade. Yeah, it's fine. And then we'll send them back. Okay. So at least we have turrets everywhere. If we can just get more bullets in these things, that'd be great. And who is this person? Why are they other traders? Okay. Maybe they have something. Probably not, because they're just kind of walking here without much. Nope, unless we want an elephant rifle. Let's go. No viable ammo found nearby. What is this? Oh, because we're using APHE. That's right. Okay, these are all APHE rounds. So now we should be able to reload these stupid things. See, this is why you need a lot of turrets. The turrets will help protect you from all enemies, foreign and domestic, or something like that. Okay. Okay, so I think this area is finally set up properly. That I think this is where I'm gonna ultimately put the fusion power system. if not over here, and I might move the apple orchard in this location instead. Or the other choice is we can turn this area into a greenhouse system. Because we do have a decent amount of energy, we could probably afford to set up a greenhouse hydroponics so that we can at least have fresh crops year round. At the very least, we're not going to starve anytime soon because we have so much smoked meats that we basically are subsisting entirely on jerky. The rats have learned how to make beef jerky, and that's what our meals are going to be for the foreseeable future. In fact, let's go kill more animals. Rabbits, does, ibexes, quails. Sure, kill them all. Every dead animal is simply another morsel of food that we can consume in times of emergency. It is really good for preservation, like, you're not wrong. We caught a heron egg, which I guess we'll eat. I don't really think that's that interesting. Okay. Are we actually able to manufacture this operator helmet? I actually am kind of curious. So this operator helmet requires polyester. Okay, I can make the components. What is a TR component? I bet you this is something I don't have the ability to manufacture right now. TR component sounds like something that's like weirdly specific to this mod. Yeah, so I cannot make a TR component, or it's probably something you have to find. Unless there's another machine that I haven't built yet, which probably. Ammunition fabricator. This is just a thing that get links to these buildings. Lab furnaces. Non-auto furnace designed to do what now? Meat tradition. Needs to phase equipment. A certain. I don't know what this does. I guess I could put one here and we'll see what it does, but I don't think that's correct either. Automatroid constructor, recharger, decoy antenna. Yeah, I don't know. All right, we do need to do this next fight though. So once it is daytime, we'll get Immortal up and ready to fight, because I do want to get something that will give us more bandwidth. Because bandwidth is surprisingly difficult to get good access to. Or I guess we could just make a Mech Commander helmet. This is probably the easiest thing to do. Bandwidth plus 6 is probably fine. Yeah, I guess we can do that instead. Let's do that. Let's do one of these. Op helmet, or we'll get this thing, and then we'll give Immortal maybe a bandwidth backpack or a control pack. No, so Immortal is our Mechanator. I don't really want Immortal in combat. It's mostly so we can have the mechs just kind of running around and just doing extra work that we don't want to deal with. Space Case has reached the age... I'm sorry, what? Space Case has reached the biological age of 39. Unfortunately, due to aging, Space Case has received a bad back. You're 39! How do you have a bad back already? Oh my goodness. Poor guy. I guess it's time to make a bionic spine. I guess we're gonna do spinal surgery. There we go. Yeah, we'll just install a fresh spine in there. That should be fine. Yeah, he lasted fairly long until he got a bad back. Now he's got to suffer for it forever. What is in here? Okay, there we go. Look at all those components that we have. Let's haul those in, please. This is insect jelly that I don't know what to do with, but I guess we can store insect jelly in here. This thing sometimes spits out like random things. You have to make sure you can like grab everything like jade and gold and uranium. Jade. And gold. But it's trying to spit something out. It just can't figure out what it's trying to spit out. Hey, it's okay. We all succumb to the march of time eventually. It'll happen to the best of us. All right, let's also make this white light like that. Beautiful. All right, so I wanted to manufacture alcohol, but I also want to fix this room up. So let's do that too. So what I gotta do is this wall has to get demolished, and I have to hope that there's nothing underneath it. Oh, you know, screw it. I don't care anymore. I was trying to make everything like consistent, but I don't care at this point. How do I make alcohol? You need the industrial fermenting barrels. So this is enough room to fit 3. Because we should be able to make cider, right? With apples. Apples usually turn into ciders. And then we're gonna need... I cannot remember what the alcohol production building is called, and now I'm blanking out. Is it a drug lab? It can't be a drug lab. There's a specific facility for manufacturing alcohol, and I'm forgetting. Unless I forgot to research how to make alcohol. Here's a millennial retail worker. Oh. Well, happens to the best of us, I guess. Did I actually forget how to... Did I actually not research alcohol? I'm pretty sure I did. Beer brewing, we already have. So that means we should have the other ones. Okay, let me also just grab technology here real fast. Again, the lack of being able to manufacture AI cores is kind of annoying, but that's kind of how it works. Let's get this high energy shield core so we can make the shield things that we need. Let's get neurological treatment and cosmetic implants. While we're doing this, Ranu, let's give you a brain surgery to get you a brain stem. I thought I built a brain stem. Where to go? Here we go. Install a brain stimulator into Ranu's head, so at least Ranu can function like a human again. Poor Ranu just got like shafted super early in the run. And I guess if Ranu doesn't want that other thing, that's fine too. He thought, I mean, brainstem is a valid interpretation too. It's not wrong. I'm gonna give Kahila. Can Kahila carry this? No, humans cannot use this thing. Aliyah has joined the colony. Okay, a wandering white dragon has arrived. We can attempt to tame it, maybe. That seems like a bad idea, but we might try it anyways. I'd be very interested in maybe taming a dragon if we could control one. Okay. So we cleaned up the bad soil, and then we're going to have to yeet it out somewhere at some point. Because I don't know what I'm going to do with this thing. Okay, let's get the brewery. Did I just not see it? Oh, it's down here. I'm blind. I actually am just blind. Okay, here's our here's our alcohol production facility. So the goal is we're gonna take these apples and we're gonna use them to make, well, alcohol, unsurprisingly. There are these, let's try to hide these pipes. I don't like how these pipes are visible. And then we need to add some lights in here to make it less ugly. And let's get rid of a lot of these walls and add some floors, and it'll be great. See, we're just renovating. I will say, one thing I do enjoy in Rimworld is, unironically, is like this whole where you have to renovate your previous building and trying to force things in there to make it function correctly. It is so silly, but I enjoy that process very, very much. Guests have nothing to eat. Well, maybe they should have food. They should have brought their own food. I guess we can allow them to buy food. Yeah, how about this? Why don't we just do this? They can... No. You know what, here? Guests can take food for free. We should not allow our guests to starve. We'll be good hosts. There we go, that should be fine. See, that looks a lot better now that it's been cleaned up a little bit more. Okay. So... apple cider for all three of these. Okay. And then we'll need some light in here, so let's get this wall light installed. Okay. So, with all the apples that we have, we can also make berry-based beverages, but for the time being, I think it's just better to make apple cider. I don't know what cherry water is. Apple cider must. Do this until we have, I don't know, maybe 100 is fine. We have 20. There we go. No, I don't want to do nutrient paste. The thing is, like, I actually don't like using nutrient paste in a lot of runs because I find nutrient paste to be just, I don't know. It's fine in some colonies, but generally we have so many colonists that I don't really care to do nutrient paste, and I think it's more fun to just have, like, oh, we're actually cooking our food type of deal. Okay, that's fine. We're gonna just send this guy off to the farm upstate. Every time we get a man in black, I just send him to the farm upstate because I don't know what to do with these people. It's just not necessary for us to keep. The long night is still kind of nasty. We are 4.4 days. We're probably not gonna get to the next phase tonight. We'll probably get to the next phase next week is my guess. Okay, let's get this. We have the mech commander helmet. Where is Immortal? All right, time to take off that recon helmet. Time to put on the cool mech commander helmet. We'll give the recon helmet to someone else. We'll give the recon helmet to, I guess, Drunken Wayfarer can have it. That's fine. Actually, no, we'll give it to Kahila. Kahila can have it. Okay, that should be fine then. So with this, I believe Immortal now has the capacity to build the new automatroid that I want, which is the escort lifter, which is basically another builder cleaner. And that should be good for our needs. So once that's... Oh, right, hold on. Before we do that, before that's happening... Well, actually, once it starts gestating, we're going to do this thing. We're going to trigger this fight. I want to get that next level of technology from DMS and see what kind of crazy things we can get. Maybe we'll get another, what's it called? Person set up. So we'll have you activate this. One Geoshalone and one Soldat. I have no idea what any of those are, and I'm pretty sure they're probably going to rip me apart, but we'll try anyways. I'm sure it cannot be that bad. We've fought many things in this colony before. I hate fighting mechanoids, but we'll probably be okay if we're lucky. I really want to do my own personal colony on Rimworld one of these days. I just haven't had a chance to, where I can just kind of casually play over a long period of time, like those super colonies I always see on Reddit, but I haven't just not had an opportunity to do such a thing because I'm busy playing on stream, obviously. Let's... Oh, wait, that's fine. ERR boss group. That sounds ominous. All right. Let's see what happens. Oh, wait. Let's see. Yeah, you hop in there. How bad do you think this will be? Are we going to die? Anyways, who's ready for more Iron Nest tomorrow? I can't wait to play more Iron Nest. I think tomorrow I should be able to get through the rest of the game. I don't think there's actually that much content that'll, like... It's mostly, like, there's a lot of replayability. And I know they said they were going to do, like, a multiplayer patch at some point, which is going to be kind of crazy. So it'll be kind of exciting to try it out a bit more. Oh, I hear noises. All right, approaching Geoshalene. Okay, they're coming on this side. Okay. These broken weapons are remnants of the 568th Pioneer Group, and their mission now should come to an end. Is out of command. We don't have to fight them off. So let's just Geoclean. Okay. Soldats are the basic, like, robots. They just kind of use whatever weapon they have, and they're using elephant rifles, which are kind of nasty. And then this thing is just a giant shield robot. It does nothing else but shield things. It just intercepts projectiles, which we should be able to just gun that down depending on where they approach from. Hopefully they approach from over here, but I do need to expand our turret defenses at some point. I have an idea how I want to do this. Haven't decided how we're going to do it yet, though. Also, we got to destroy these things at some point, too, so we'll worry about that. And we do need to figure out what I'm going to do with this person. Yeah. Yeah, that'll be fine. Feels like a mid-difficulty. They are, I think it just depends like what you're looking for. I just haven't had a chance to do like a 10-year colony in a long time because obviously if I'm streaming all the time, it's very difficult to do such a thing. Also, can I make sure this mech doesn't go outside? It's emergency mode. Let's get inside, please. The robots are coming. Let's get ready to deal with the robots. Get the knights up. Get the rattling battalion up. And let's get ready to rumble. Probably make Nahil another knight as well once we get more resources available. Or I might reorganize the knights into like maybe being an attachment of the main fighting forces. Maybe like every battalion should have like one knight commander. Alright, so there's 3 soldats, but we also have this stupid autocannon turret, which will probably just delete them anyways. It's got a punch of the shield, which is surprisingly doing a really good job. Let's have these hold fire temporarily. I want to burn the shield energy with the lower end firearms. And once the shield is kind of blasted through, I will turn this on. There we go. Turn that on. Turn that on. Start blasting. There we go. Oh, that thing is surprisingly durable. Maybe I needed something slightly heftier. Okay, what is it? What is that? Why is it flinging a giant missile? I thought it didn't have any weapons. Light machine gun. Oh my god. What is that? What is that hitting? Is that on the soldat? Soldat is from this thing, right? What is from this thing? What is that? I have no idea what that is. It's like I don't know if the animation is broken or if it has a weapon that I'm just not paying attention to. God, the thing is durable. What do you mean the shield is back up? Wait, what is the smoke? Okay. Yeah, I just noticed the smoke. Yeah, I didn't realize it was a smoke missile until now. That's fine. This thing is surprisingly durable and is actually kind of hard to kill. And obviously the soldats are kind of annoying too. Oh my god, that was super annoying to kill. Oh, there's still one more thing out here. Let's just go beat it up. Alright. Let's go beat this up real quick. It turns out these things are kind of nasty. There's still one more out here. Where is it? Am I blind? Oh, I missed it. There's two. Okay. We'll kill that one. We'll send you over here. Kill that one. Okay, these undraft. You can go back. Unless this one's elephant gun is going to punch through the opposer's shield and armor, which is very real possibility. It's kind of a dead corpse now. Okay, cool. So that did give us a wetware computer. I'm going to wake up Immortal. I'm going to have Immortal... Okay, let's turn off this. Mechs are allowed everywhere. Let's have Immortal quickly analyze the wetware computer. And now we can get the better mechanoid technology. So we can finally get wetware things that I'm blanking out of the name of already. Let's get those technologies here. High mech tech we don't get. It's the other one. I swear here we go. Wetware hypothesis. Heavy automatroid requires wetware fire control system. Will this actually let me make fire control systems? No. I don't really know how this like works. Oh, we can get brain wiring. Yeah, I am a little sad we're not going to really get to make a fusion reactor this run, but, you know, it's fine. We just weren't able to get, like, another TFG module. We just kind of got unlucky with trying to hunt one down. No Persona... Like, we have only found one Persona core this entire run. Like, they're incredibly rare for us for some reason. And it does kind of suck, but what are you going to do? A lot of, riot control support. Urban combat support. Call a worker team. A supply drop. There's actually a lot of really interesting ones here. I don't really care for most of these, though, so maybe we don't do any of these. The artillery bombardment might be fine. Let's take that one. Okay, so now we can do the actual cool technology of getting wetware hypothesis, so that'll get us, like, slightly more things that we can do. Fantastic. Almond Roll is dying of what? A bunch of gunshot wounds, apparently, that no one is tending to. Let's quickly have Alana just tend to these injuries now, so that you don't die. Let's hope Alana's quick enough. Isn't it great having an overpowered medic just handle all of your medical injuries? Alright, that's probably enough. Let's rescue the poor guy. He'll be fine. Yeah, that'll be fine. Okay, so 10, 10, 10. Okay. We actually have enough herbal medicine as well to start manufacturing more standard medicine. I think once we get more... What are we missing for this? It's just Nutramine, cloth, herbal meds. Yeah, so we'll be fine. Overall, I think so far we've done a pretty good job of at least expanding a little bit. We've at least added alcohol production to our colony, so that's a nice little bonus. We do need to fix some things here before I forget, so let's quickly run air conditioning pipes here, and we gotta run a heating pipe down to here. So with this, we should be able to manufacture a decent amount of whatever this thing is called again. Apple cider. And the main concern now is whether or not we're gonna have enough food, because right now we're gonna start ripping through our smoked meat supply, which is fine, but it's something to keep in mind that we are not made of infinite alcohol and infinite food. The NeuroCure framework can now allow you to cure dementia and Alzheimer's. What do we actually need to cure dementia now? I don't think we have any problems with dementia or Alzheimer's. But now I'm kind of curious. Oh, wait, hold on. If I can make MAAI chips, we can make exoskeleton suits. If we make exoskeleton suits, we can make some very, very tanky melee pawns. I think a lot of our melee fighters would definitely love to have that type of thing. I think we do need to upgrade our melee pawns. I think it's time that... Okay, hold on. Since I don't... Okay, I normally don't want to do this, but because I don't know where to get these stupid... What are they called? Tech prints? And I would like access to the upper end of this stuff here, like the Crusader armor. We got one of the tech prints. Let's just say one tech print was enough to get Crusader armor. Let's pretend. Is this cheating if I do this? Probably not, right? It's probably fine. I don't know how to cheat the research here. Let's see. Research. Oh, apparently I have to use the normal research screen, but I don't really know how to use the normal research screen anymore if I'm using this one, which is super annoying because I have not used this. Okay, how about this? Why don't I just spawn in the tech print? Hold on. Place spawn thing tech print Ratkin Crusader armor. Okay. I normally wouldn't do this, but we already found we got one of the tech prints the legitimate way. I'm okay cheating in the second one because otherwise it's gonna take forever before we get this cool stuff. And I think I want to start building out some of this high-end armor so that we can pretend like we're 40k. I think we also have the Angry Rat Project one also, so we can probably just get that, and that'll give us access to bolters, chain swords, and other things. You are the 8 without table. You are the 8 without of my table. I don't know what that means, but thank you, question mark. Hello, Mitafura. We have tables. We got lots of tables here. We are a table-centric society. Okay, let's get this Crusader armor now. So I think what we'll do is we'll cancel this tech for now. Cancel this one for now. Let's get this Crusader armor slammed out. I want my Crusader. Oh, I'm a -3 mood penalty. I'm so sorry. That's... What can I say? I tried. Okay, that's fine, fine, fine. Okay, so sun should be okay. This should be okay. Let's get this tech research. We have 2 high-end researchers slamming this out. They're working stupid quick. Look at them. Yeah, I think we'll be able to research this by the end of the day. And then I want to see what it costs to build a Crusader armor. Because my first goal is basically, we have 5 knights, right? All 5 of these knights need to be upgraded with their armor. And I think the best solution is give them Crusader armor, which is going to be very, very, very expensive. Now, the only reason this is at least somewhat bearable is that we have a lot of things that we're turning into fuel, but we do need to chop down more trees and commit more crimes against nature. So we're going to essentially strip the entire area of trees. They don't really need trees here. Keep these trees though, because I like those trees. Those are pretty trees, and obviously keep our other main trees. There we go. Look at that. Look at that beautiful alcohol production line. I don't know how much this will produce, but we'll find out in a due time. Overall, I think this colony does look quite nice. I think I've done a pretty good job with at least expanding this colony. This thing is going to probably deteriorate soon. Let's just haul this out. Drop this waste pack in here so I can be rid of it forever. You're already here. Can you load this in there? Fantastic. And then we're just gonna send this waste pack to the people that I don't like. Why would I keep this waste pack when I can just send it to the angry natives instead? What else does this thing drop that I need to put away? What is actually in here? Oh, it's silver. Oh, I didn't realize this thing drops silver. That's interesting. So storage, silver should be allowed in here as well. One of your pawns ate a whole raw unbuttered chicken, died of intoxication. Intoxication? You mean like they got disease? Or like food poisoning? Because they would only get food poisoning from that, I think. Unless they were actually intoxicated and then they got food poisoning at the same time. Oh, okay, it was food poisoning. Yeah, because I think that does hit your consciousness really roughly too, so that is really unfortunate. I'm sorry to hear that about your colonists. That sucks. Okay. Our power situation is still not ideal. I am considering adding another stack of... I don't really want to add more of these. I think I can replace these. I think this entire section here just needs to be redesigned. If I get rid of these... if I get rid of this entire section, I could probably just redesign it. So, oh my gosh, Daisy died. Wait, what? Oh, Daisy got eaten by the dragon. Oh no! Alright, well, that's unfortunate. Let's go kill the dragon in retaliation, I guess, because how dare it kill our cute little Daisy. Alright, yeah, that's not ideal. Yeah, the dragon was very hangry, and that dragon now has lost the right to live. We're gonna pull out this thing too. Switch to the exosuit cannon. Okay, so we're just gonna do this. Alright, everyone start beating it up. We should be able to stun lock it, and then we'll just use the autocannon and just gun this thing to death. No, use the module weapon. Why is this not loaded properly? Oh my gosh, Kahila. Okay, we got it. Okay, so Kahila did lose a leg. Okay, so let's have you drop that off. Let's undraft everyone here. Someone should probably rescue the poor guy. Let's kill the dragon. We'll eat it. Okay. Actually, unironically, yeah, we do actually have a lot of... We actually do have a spare replacement leg, so it's actually not incorrect to say that. We're fine. This tech is going to take a little bit longer to research. So I don't think I'll be able to finish researching this tonight unless we get really lucky with the game speed and the researchers. I really should have like a night shift, but I don't think I have. I don't think I set up a night shift for people. I think some of the pawns might even have night owl. I just keep forgetting about it. But generally, every pawn's fairly happy with the colony, so it's not like they're annoyed. You know, it's luxurious living in this colony. Maybe we can upgrade the beds to even nicer beds, like smart beds. Wait, okay, I saw someone talking about that. What the heck does that mean? What do you mean Fire Emblem is now unplayable, the new one? Also, oh, my neck hurts. Fire Emblem unplayable. What does that mean? Because I saw it being mentioned. Basic abilities. Okay, fair enough, yeah. A lot of gamers can't read, that's true. Oh, I saw Polygon write a, Didn't... Okay, wait, hold on. What is this actual thing that Polygon was trying to write saying that it's officially unplayable? This is such a stupid article headline. What does it say? Fire Emblem Fortune Weave is officially unplayable for millions of gamers. They changed the headline to say because it's a Switch 2 exclusive. Polygon is probably like one of the worst gaming publications I've ever seen. All it is just garbage clickbait, okay? And then you click the article and then it's just like a completely mundane thing. They're just like literally spawning articles out of thin air that have no journalistic value whatsoever. Like, I'm reading like this thread because I'm actually super incensed about this. They're like, Fire Emblem's Fortunes Weave is officially unplayable for millions of gamers. What does that mean? Is there like a region restriction? Is there some kind of weird localization problem? Is there some kind of unavailability of the game? And there's like, no, because it's unplayable for millions of gamers because it's a Switch 2 exclusive. Like, who gives a bloody fucking shit? Good God. Polygon is like probably the worst mainstream gaming publication out there. I am being incredibly serious when I say that. Absolutely terrible publication. I still remember when they did that one video where like, here's how to build a gaming PC, and it was like the worst. I don't want to say it's the worst, but the guy very much should not have made a video about making a gaming PC because he did not know what he was doing. And then every single person clowned on him for the rest of time. I think he even tried to make like a video where he like tries to redeem himself making like an actual PC, gaming PC with like proper instruction and everything, and people still clown on the poor guy. Like he's forever known as the guy who didn't know how to build a gaming PC and gave incorrect instructions. And I think that's a little unfortunate for his career. But man, Polygon sucks. It's all like, I mean, the problem is like every website nowadays is just like clickbait headlines, and it bothers me. So I'll probably go on about it tomorrow, but I hate it a lot too because I'll be reading, I'll see like a news article. It's like, oh, new Game of Thrones update, and then it's just like, oh yeah, George R. R. Martin says a thing that Game of Thrones might not come out this year, and it's like, we already know that. Shut up, stupid internet publication. It should be considered a crime to write clickbait headlines like that. We should execute anyone who writes clickbait headlines. They don't deserve rights. People who write headlines like that, no. You've lost your right to write on the internet forever. Taking away your social media. You know what I forgot? I probably meant to replace these floors here with Maybe slightly nicer flooring. Maybe we can make this, you know, make the bathroom not just wood. I don't think people want to be peeing on wood. How long does it actually take to process this? Probably long enough. Yeah, so it's usually like it'll be like some headline like George R.R. Martin provides update on Game of Thrones, or new Game of Thrones update for fans who've been waiting a long time, and then it's just like George R.R. Martin writes one sentence, or he says nothing's happening, or here's an advertisement article for like the new Game of Thrones game that's coming out for some reason. And I'm like, I don't care about any of this. I just want to know about the book. Okay, I don't even care if it's Dunk and Egg. I want either Dunk and Egg, or I want the main series. But at this point, I'm pretty sure he doesn't care about writing the main series anymore. So it's all ogre. It's all ogre forever. We're never getting more Game of Thrones books. He's gonna die before it happens. The man is like what, in his 70s? He's 77 with yeah. You're not gonna see the new ones. He has a giant pile of money. He doesn't care. He's just writing whatever he wants, and that's, you know, more power to him. Obviously, but at the same time, you've written this thing. You might as well just what's the word I'm thinking of? Like, I'm not saying he has an obligation to his fans to write the last book, but you probably should just finish writing the last book, right? And he's basically said, like, if he dies, he wants all of his manuscripts and information, like, and like drafts to be burned and deleted so no one can finish this story. I'm like, good God, that would be like the biggest middle finger to everyone who's ever supported his series. Wouldn't that suck? That would suck a lot, wouldn't it? Oh my God, my neck is killing me. Let me double check how this power grid is set up. Okay, so I do want to delete these. Let's get rid of these so we can start adding the advanced solar generators to replace them, so we can at least fix our power line. Yeah, it is very peak. It is very boomer core. You're right. You're not wrong. We're gonna redo this whole section here. Let's redo this whole power grid, because we're gonna start adding in the advanced wind turbines here, because we have enough space to add probably at least a few of them. I can't fit in that many, but I can fit in some. Okay, so I can probably add one. Oh wait, I think I can add it slightly further down. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Oh, I can only fit like 3 in here. All right, that seems fine. There's a bit of spacing in between. Just add like that. That looks okay. I think that'll be okay for our brand new power grid upgrade. Okay, I want to see the research. I'm going to start looking at who's available online right now for me to raid, because it is getting a little late and I do need to sleep. I need to eat some soup. Ace Combat's not for you. That's fair. Listen, you have a lot of other game choices. Pick something else that you might enjoy instead. Who the heck is alive? That is a Japanese VTuber. That is, I don't know. That one says may contain sexual themes, so we're not going to click that one. I guess. Okay, I think I know who will raid. That's fine. I never finished Project Wingman on stream, did I? A little bit of a shame. Maybe one of these days I'll get around to going back and finishing that game. But I did have to uninstall it because I ran out of space. Okay, here we go. How do I make Crusader armor? I'm pretty sure this comes out of this thing. Okay, Crusader armor. Here we go. Bastion helmet. Okay. A heavy helmet fitted with augmented neural network, feels almost weightless to wear, and analyzes the surrounding battlefield. Only Rat can. Okay, that is pretty good. Bastion armor. Reinforced power armor cast from a mixture of plasteel, steel, and uranium. Excellent heat resistance, can withstand heavy impact, helping the wearer hold firm when surrounded. Award only to the most astounding of warriors who are given the duty to protect others equal to the weight of the armor. Only Ratkin can wear this. Alright, so the main issue, unironically, is the fact that this consumes 120 plasteel a pop. We are currently sitting on one of these is my mineral, is my ores? 761. So I can make like maybe, I could make like 5. It would eat up all of my plasteel. If I make 5 of them, no wait, I can make 3 full sets of bastion armor and helmets. So let's try doing 2 of each for now. And then, is that all this provides me? Yeah, the helmets. Okay, and then we can start assigning them to our knights. Probably give one to Riston and Zia. We'll give one to Marksman, and then Zia Poser, Kahila, Xanth, and then they should be all ready to go. And we'll dye them all individually different. I think that'll be fine. Oh my goodness! Holy cow! We got our semi-regular supply of blue fur and other things. So now I gotta sort through all this. We have far too much meat in here. Storage, raw, or meat, I think is fine too. Muffalo meat, I think is what we're hunting. So we'll put muffalo meat in here. At the very least, we can kind of sort through that because this will store a lot of stacks of meat. So at least we can get that all neat. And yes, I do have an outpost, and that outpost has been getting bigger and bigger. This outpost now has 11 pawns with a combined animal and shooting skill of like a lot. So we basically hunt 86 muffalo per quadrum, which is more than enough for food needs for our colony. Anyways, I think we did a pretty good job of expanding. We now have an alcohol production system with apples. We have new defenses, and we're getting lots of components and plasteel to help accelerate our industry. Our main issue right now is power, which we are slowly expanding by adding additional wind turbines and solar generators. Unfortunately, solar generators aren't going to be super useful in the grand scheme of things, but hey, you know, you got to do what you got to do. So eventually, this will get a lot bigger. Okay, tomorrow, we're doing Iron Nest, so I hope you're ready for more big kabooms. And then we will, yeah, technically we don't need our planting zones, but I like having the planting zones. It looks a lot nicer for me. And then Wednesday we'll do the Fire Emblem PME, the finale, so we can finally be done with this run. And then Thursday, I think I said we're doing Zomboid. Let's experience Project Zomboid together in Build 42, featuring me, your favorite streamer, to play the game and hopefully not explode, but we'll probably explode into a million tiny pieces. Okay, we're gonna, who did I raid last? I think I raided into, let's see, oh, I raided into Suspicious Wizard who ended stream early, that's right. I think I can just, I raided Almantas Sai before that. Okay, I think we'll raid Hoobi. Hoobi's fine, we'll raid Hoobi. Okay. Hoobi's playing Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, which I've only heard is definitely a game that exists, but I know nothing else about the game beyond that. So anyways, comrades, thank you for joining me on this evening. I hope you had fun. I am gonna go rest, obviously, and go do other things, and I shall return on the morrow. I don't want to play VTM. It's not really a game for me, I would say. Alright, everyone. Good night. Enjoy your rest and all that jazz. I will be back tomorrow, and, or Nocturnal. Yeah, but I'm not a vampire. Sorry. I'm not vampire coded. Alright, good night. Goodbye. Wait, hold on. How do I dodge the ads? If I go to my own channel, press the raid button, then I think I can dodge the ads.